And we are live. It is Saturday night. What's going on, guys? We got the wrecking crew here. We got me and Jonah. Been an interesting couple of days. Sorry wasn't able to go live the last couple nights, but Thursday night I just couldn't do it because I was too busy driving at night. And last night, kind of the same thing, but I got stopped and watched my Louisville Cardinals stomp on some Miami Hurricane ass last night, and that was an awesome game, man. And I gotta tell you guys, I called that one because for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but Louisville always beats the teams like that. Even though that's the first time in history that they beat a team that was in the top 5, I think. Actually, it's been done twice where Louisville's beat a team in the top 5. And the last time they were ranked, and Lamar Jackson was the quarterback. That's how long ago that's been. It's been like 8 or 9 years ago. But this is the first time that Louisville was not ranked and beat a very high-ranked team. So it was interesting. I hate all these updates that come in. Let's see here. What about your week there, Jonah? We'll get some comments here in a second. How's your week?
I've been all right. I've been home. I came back out Tuesday. My truck was in the shop for a couple of days, but other than that, it's been all right so far this week.
Yeah. How about income wise? It been pretty good money wise for you?
Not this week. Not the last 2 weeks. My truck been in the shop both weeks, so it was kind of like low for the last 2 weeks. But other than that, it's been all right. And my truck went in the shop. And then I went home, so that kind of like throwed it off for like 2 weeks.
Good deal. Yeah, I started this new Mopar account. This is my first full week of doing it, and I kind of caught it. I say full week; it wasn't really a full week, but I came in on a Friday last week, and actually, man, I had a pretty decent week. The only thing that really sucked, I only had like 1,700 miles on this payroll, and I had a almost a 1,300 mile load that fell right there in that Wednesday, and Wednesday midnight is our cutoff. I could have cheated and turned it in, but I decided to hold off and turn it in for this week and just have a monster week this week. So as of right now, this particular moment, since this afternoon when I delivered, I'm already at 1,700 miles for the week, and I'm in the process of doing 34. It'll be up Monday morning at around 1 a.m. I'll be ready to roll. So I'm going to have a 3,000 mile this week. I mean, it's going to happen. And I've never, we've talked about this before. I've never done over 3,000 miles here. I said that it's almost impossible to do. And every time I get close, something comes up, or, trailer tire blows out, or some bullshit happens. So, but I'm one way or the other, it's going to get done this week. But yeah, I think things are okay with this Mopar account. I think I've brought 4 or 5 people over to this account, and they seem to like it too. Shit, I lost my mouse. The mouse fell down. Let's get to these comments here. Army Kane's in the house. Good to have you, Army Kane. My boy Ethan is in the house. He started this week with Swift. I know he's doing pretty well. He met Michelle on I think it was either, what day was it? Thursday, maybe? Wednesday or Thursday. And he had to put his dog up in a kennel, and then he had to go straight back to Atlanta to get his dog from Greer. So I know he's stacked. Ethan, the reason I want to get with you later is I want to make sure that you got everything turned in on your app. I want to make sure you get paid next week, because you're going to have a good week too. I got a feeling, because they're keeping you running. So my new guy that started last week, Michael, He's going to end up with about 3,300 miles this week for his first week out. Guys, the miles are here. You just got to run. They immediately sent him from, I think he picked his truck up in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. And they sent him straight up to Cheyenne, Wyoming. And now he's going from Cheyenne, Wyoming back down to Kissimmee, Florida. I mean, he's having actually, I take that back. They sent him from Cheyenne to Denver and then Denver to Kissimmee. He's got a beer load coming down from Golden, Colorado. He's rocking out really, really well.
You picked up that beer. No, that's heavy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's 40. I think he said 42,000 pounds. Yeah.
Oh, it's 40,
but beer's always going to be heavy.
Oh, yeah.
The wife is in here, ready. How's everybody doing? Always glad to have Mama on board. Hello, James and Jonah. Chris Papillo. When are you starting, Chris? I think you're starting next week, too, if I'm not mistaken. Now, unfortunately, he's got to be a company driver for, I think, 30 days for some bullshit reason, but whatever. There's Sean Fairman checking in from Seville, Ohio. How are you, Sean? Hope things are well. And here's a regular, 3 Rigs and Company. Evening, fellas. Hey, buddy, how are you doing tonight? And Paco Jonas Mios. Hey. I hope I'm saying your name right, Paco. Just Mountain Truck. Hello, James. I think that's you, Justin. I'm not 100% for sure, but I think that's probably you, Justin, because you got Grinding Gears truck there in your thing. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Stewart Brown is in the house. Swift had a nice-looking terminal going up to Statesboro, Georgia, and I rode by it the other day. Hey, speaking of which, Stewart, you need to give me a ring and see how things are going, see if you're going to come over. I've got you on my list.
They would have been finished that terminal by now.
I
thought they would have been finished that terminal by now, unless they just started doing it.
I think it's done. I'm pretty sure it's done.
Yeah, I know they had the pad down like a couple years ago. They had the parking lot done like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the building's done too. I haven't been by Statesboro, but the Bull of Woods is in the house. Boise State 56, UNLV 31. Ohio State just kicked some Wisconsin ass too. I know that. It was what was the final score of that? It was like 40-something to nothing. Let me see what that score was. I know it was crazy. 34 to nothing. I'm sorry. I knew it was up there. Chris is in the house. I've been seeing some company and owner operators complaining channels that they're getting around 2,000 miles. Can't make it on that kind of money. Yeah, Chris, I tell you the truth. I mean, I'd be more than happy to help anybody out. All my guys are doing pretty well. Now, I did find out one of my guys quit, and I don't know the reasoning, and I don't really have a way to contact him. I thought I had his number, but for whatever reason, he quit. But as of right now, I think I got 15 or 16 guys here. I haven't got a complete count yet. 2 of them got their contracts terminated. One of them has to wait a year. The other guy is going to court in December. I got a feeling that he's going to get his job back. I talked to him earlier today. So, but, you know, I got a lot of guys that are in here, and all my guys are doing pretty daggone good. I don't know how they're not getting miles. The freight is here. I was watching a Prime Incorporated guy earlier, and he said the freight's finally coming back in Prime too. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
No, I was just saying the people that's saying they ain't getting no miles, they probably want to run in certain areas. That's why they probably ain't getting no miles. Yeah. Instead of running somewhere, I don't run here and I don't go here and I run this time. Certain hours, they want a 9 to 5 job in trucking, and that's why they're getting 2,000 miles.
Yeah, I agree with you. You got to really be open to where you want to go. So my wife says Jonah always looks so happy. Jonah's just Jonah, man. Jeremy Griggs, Bull of the Woods is a troll. He doesn't drive a truck. He cuts trees. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that, but he's never trolled me. Juwan Pearson. Hey, bro. Hey, Juwan. How are you? How's things going? What's up, buddy? Got Trey in the house playing Battlefield. Okay. And Justin, I knew that was you because that's the same avatar. Good to have you in, Justin, as always, buddy. He's my first merchandise buyer. What's the rates on the Mopar account? So the rates are going to be the same as the OTR rates. Nothing's really different on that account, but it's a great account for miles. Still working on the shop, and the parking lot is finished. Okay. Start orientation Monday in Edwardsville, Kansas. Only have 1 day orientation, then come home till I get my previous employment and stuff done. Pack my truck up in St. Louis and buy my house. Okay. And you only got to do 30 days if my memory serves me correct. Trucker, where is Techno? Techno is, I don't know where he's at tonight. I talked to him yesterday. He's doing good. It seems like Techno's been driving a lot of nights. And every time I invite him to come on the show, he's driving. So I try to invite all the guys to come in on a little bit of a rotation, but my boy Jonah is always available, so he makes himself available. Austin, hey, what's up? How are you? I'm going no miles because I want to be home every weekend. LOL. Okay. I'm actually doing good. So you're not getting no miles because I want to go home every weekend. Yeah. I don't know if you're joking on that or if you're being serious. I think you're joking, and that seems to be the problem with a lot of the drivers today. They try to get home every single weekend. Little disappointing. I didn't get hired. Yeah, I know, Juan. That sucks, man. I don't know, man. I will have to try it again in a few months, I guess. And Chris says he's got to do 30 days. 30 days will go by really, really quick.
Oh, yeah, 30 days will go by quick.
Justin Burgers. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Justin, how are you, James? I'm doing great, Justin. I'm still waiting for Grinding Gears to call me. I've never heard anything. Honestly, I've been so busy the last week just trying to, I've been doing a lot of night driving myself, not by choice. It's just I ran some recaps last week, and I'm on a 34 right now in an undisclosed hidden location. We will say one thing. It is a casino. So before we get back into these comments, let me tell you this. This is something you want to hear about, Joan. I went into this casino, and I'll tell you which one it is later, but went in this casino earlier, and I was here 3 days ago. Me and another driver ate here and ate at the buffet, and it was during the afternoon, during the week. Okay, now it's Friday night now. It's, it was 4 o'clock when I went in, but it was $25 earlier in the week. How much do you think the buffet was tonight on a Friday night? Just take a wild guess.
Probably about $50.
$65 for a buffet.
Great, get it. But they must have had everything on that bad was fruit. They must have had seafood and
they had all that. All. They had all that for the $25. What they had different tonight that they didn't have the other day was they have snow crabs on Fridays. I don't care about no damn snow crabs. I ain't eating that shit anyway. Just give me the $25 buffet is what I told them. Like, nah, it's $65.
It must have came with alcohol too for that price.
The $25 one comes with one drink, just like this one comes with one drink. They give you a ticket for one drink. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. So that ain't happening. That's for sure. I went to they got like 5 restaurants, and and what's funny is they got a high price steakhouse. I could have went to the steakhouse and got a filet for $50. It don't make any sense to me. So I went to the and they didn't open until 7 anyways, but I went to the Fry House. They have where they serve chicken tenders and stuff. So I got some chicken tenders and fries for like $17. Wasn't bad. I mean, for that. Juan Pearson. I'm thinking in Cloud Trucking. What is your opinion on that company? I know absolutely zero about Cloud Trucking. To be flat honest with you, I just I've never looked into them. I've heard some bad stuff about them. Juan, why don't you call me tomorrow? If my memory serves me correct, you have your own truck. I've got a company you need to give them a call. It was a company that I looked into, and I don't remember where you live at. That might make a big difference. But I got a company you probably need to give a call to. I didn't think about it earlier, but call me tomorrow and I'll tell you. Yeah, damn is right. I ain't paying that. They was serving y'all the morning's catch. That's right. They were serving somebody's catch. I wouldn't have went somewhere else and called it a night. Well, I just got the chicken fingers and I just actually crashed and took a little nap before the live and watched. Like I said, I was watching the Ohio State game, but that's about it, man. Yeah, $65, man. Can you imagine? That's crazy to me, man. I always hear they make a lot of cloud. That's funny. I hear mixed things about cloud. So, Juan, the company that I was going to tell you about, and you really need to look into them, is Voyager Nation. They're out of not Orlando, Florida, Lakeland, Florida. They're out of Lakeland, Florida. Look up Voyager Nation, and they actually have a YouTube channel too called Super Trucker Podcast. They're always putting up great information, great videos. They put up 2 or 3 videos a day. You can find them on YouTube, man. If I ever got into the position to where I own my, if I got my truck fixed or owned a truck or whatever and wanted to go back to the spot market, that's probably where I would go to. But I have no desire to do that any longer. I'm happy right here, what I'm doing, at least for now anyways. I don't think that's going to change. So Grinding Gears is busy. Yeah, he's busy. I'm busy. It's just, I don't know. Stuff's starting to pick up, guys. I really think that they are, but not too much I hear about them. Yeah, there's not a lot of people post. I mean, there's stuff on YouTube that's like 2 or 3 years old, but that was during the pandemic and stuff where everybody was doing good. Maybe they got a rule where they're not allowed to post anything anymore. I don't know. I don't know what that means. If you're in Texas, I say look at Booker Trans or Parkway Transportation. Okay. Ethan, Cloud Trucks has a bad MC number, so if you like level 1 inspections, go over there. Yeah, that's one of the things that I heard, that they got a bad rap. I did hear that. I think you're right on that, Ethan. But yeah, they're going to pull you in the scale house quite a bit. All right, so I don't know what I was going to say. Do you how old are you, Jonah?
48.
Okay, you're closer to my age.
Yeah.
So I don't know what type of music you listen to, but when I was a kid, I say a kid, I was 13. First concert I ever went to, and I'm only bringing this up because it comes out this coming weekend. When I was 13, me and my best friend in the world, when I was in high school, actually middle school and high school, we went to a concert. It was my very first concert. Back in the day, your parents would drop you off at the concert or wherever, and they just leave you and come back and get you. Well, they dropped me off, 7:00 at night for the concert that started at 7:30. And I'll tell you who it is in a minute. Concert lasted all the way up until 1 a.m. So you do the math. That was like 6+ hours. And the band kept playing and playing. They did like, I don't know, at least 3 times where they, all right, guys, have a good night. And the crowd went fucking crazy. And then they would come back out and play, 4, 5, 6 more songs. And they did that several times throughout the night. The band was Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. That was my very first concert. Absolutely loved Bruce Springsteen. I don't really care too much for him now because of his political stance. And what's unfortunate is because, these people that are in high places, whether they're musicians or, actors, actresses, and all that, they should just stay out of it. Michael Jordan made that comment, in the Michael Jordan documentary. Said, why would I show my side? Republicans buy my shoes too. And, that comment really stuck with me for a long time. And you know what? He was right years ago. I mean, we'll be looking at 40, 50 years ago when he said that. 40 years ago, anyways. He said that. And, you know, how true that is. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that new Bruce Springsteen movie comes out, and the actor that they got playing Bruce Springsteen is a dead ringer. And I think I'm going to go to the movies and see it just because of what it is, man. You know, his music was the bomb back in the day. He's a little rough around the edges now with his voice, but as you get older, everybody does. So, okay, thanks. Yeah, look up Voyager Nation, Juan. I think that'll be a good company for you. You're in North Carolina. My truck is an 05 Columbia. It's time to. Yeah, I don't think they have any restrictions, Juan. You can probably run that truck with Voyager Nation, and they're out of Florida too. So you being in North Carolina won't be a big deal. You shouldn't have to get anything new, but you can. I know I'm keeping an eye on Lone Mountain. They've got a lot of good trucks on there. And, you know, another thing that I want to bring up, and I don't want to talk trash about anybody or anything, but my boy at International, I've tried texting him and calling him, and for whatever reason, that guy is ghosting me like something awful right now. And so I don't know what's going on with that. What'd you say, bud?
I talked to a guy from Lone Mountain yesterday.
Did you?
I was looking at their trucks or whatever. I just called and chatted with him for a minute. And I told him I might call him back. I told him I don't know what I want to do yet.
Yeah, I'd like to come up with 10 grand to put down on one of them Kenworths, but I just don't know, man. You know, I'm kind of going back and forth on what I should do. So Chris says, can you speak on anything regarding new CDLs? I just be coming here in the new career after retiring from law enforcement. I'll be an old timer in age, but a rookie driver like the owner operator route maybe. Yeah, Chris, give me a call tomorrow. I'm going to be on 34. I'll be more than happy to help you. I'm ex law enforcement, and so is my wife. I started this about 20 years ago, and I'll be more than happy to help you out and give you some insight, tell you which route to go. And yeah, the owner operator program is honestly the best way to go if you want to make money. NLD 88,000. What's up, everyone? I believe that's Mark Ely. It looks like your profile picture. Yes, Tommy. VNL. I agree with you, Tommy. I really want one, but I got to wait and see how things go here. That's something I'm shooting for. He wants that. He likes that Volvo. He's got one of those new body style Volvos. He loves it.
I still ain't wrapped my finger around the new ones yet. I don't know.
They come
I guess I gotta drive one first.
Yeah, they come standard with everything, and it rides really well. Saxton's son says Lone Mountain is good. You'll pay a bit of a premium, but it's a good first owner operator method. I paid off my 21 Pete in 8 months. Wow, that's pretty damn good. That's really good, actually. Stewart Brown says, James, are you keeping your truck or still selling it? It's going to go bye-bye. I'm going to sell it. Yeah. Yes, it's you, Mark. Okay. Blue Magic, VNL 860. Now, that is Craig Hutchison, I believe. Yeah, Craig, I was actually going to ring at you, buddy. Huh?
Yeah, I think that's Craig Hutchison right there.
Yeah, it is. Craig, I was going to ring at you and see how that truck's doing, man, because I'm going back and forth between that and the Kenworth.
I like the 860s, but the new ones, I just don't like the new ones.
Yeah. 3 Rig says, though Kenworths at Lone Mountain are nice, but $3,400 a month is crazy. You know, you do the math, $3,400 a month really isn't that bad, because if you're going to lease a truck from like Swift, you know, you're going to be paying, you know, almost $3,000 a month if you lease a truck through Swift. So when it's all said and done, the price is about the same. And even if you buy one with interest rates, you're still going to be about the same. So it doesn't matter. Either way you look at it, it's all going to be right there at that $200,000 mark. Blue Magic, good evening, everyone. What's up, Craig? There are two Swift new body Volvos next to me, both company trucks. One in dark burgundy. Never seen that color before. I've seen burgundy. I've seen purple. I've seen yellow. To me, yellow looks the best, and I've seen the Swift Blue, which the Swift Blue is good too. You don't know why it's coming up, Blue Magic. It's me, Craig. Yeah, I see your picture. I knew it was you. No maintenance fund on a new truck. Is that with Lone Mountain you're talking about, or is that at Swift? This new Volvo 860 sucks. Too many sensors, and the plastic already started to crack with only 34,000 miles. Yeah, I know you told me you're in one of those with the company you're at. Yeah. Surprisingly, we had like 32 people in there. We still got 27 hanging. Not a bad turnout tonight for Saturday. I hate switching my times because I feel like I might lose a couple people here and there because I don't do the same time. My father once told me when you run a business, if the thing on the window says you're open at 8 o'clock, you're open at 8 o'clock. There's no way around it. When you close at whatever time the time says. And that's why I'm pretty picky about my times. I try to stick to Thursdays at 7 as much as I can, but unfortunately, we're truck drivers, things happen. Saxton Sun says, in general, 20 cents a mile is recommended maintenance fund. You can eliminate that with a new truck. I still did at least 10 cents with a new truck. But yeah, I agree with you. You need to do about 20 cents. Isaac Brown, what's going on, drivers? Hey, Isaac. I've got you on my list, Isaac. Where you been? Are you coming aboard, buddy? I think you're on my list. Let me get my list here. I'm pretty sure you're on my list. I'm keeping track of everybody. I've been trying to contact everybody, and a couple people have fallen through the cracks. Where you at, Isaac? I could have swore you were on my list. No, I don't have you on my list. I could have swore you were on my list, but I guess not. Yeah. So, Dart's keeping you moving pretty decently?
Oh yeah, pretty decent. Yeah, they keep me pretty decent moving or whatever.
Yeah. 3 rigs. How's the freight shaker holding up? This truck is solid with having 470 on the odometer, man. It you would never know it. It's pretty solid truck. It runs great. Air conditioner's cold as ice. Now I did have problems with it 2 weeks ago. I had to have the batteries replaced. I mean, all 4 batteries needed to be replaced, but it wasn't on me. That was on Swift because it's their truck. It's a loaner. But ever since the batteries were replaced, I've had no issues at all. Have you ever had a Freightliner before, Jonah?
Yeah, that's what I had when I was at Swift.
You know the start stop shit that starts it up to charge it and shit? Sometimes it doesn't start. I got to actually get up and, turn the key a couple times to get it to start. What's that mean? Do you know?
Sometimes, I ain't never had no problem with mine.
Okay.
But I had mine. I had them take mine off. Cause I told my when I got my truck, they took the start and stop off. Cause I told them I had a CPAP machine. So
all it does is it charges your batteries up. Is all it does.
Yeah.
When you run shit at nighttime. So Army Kane says it's a starter. So you think the starter needs to be replaced? They checked the starter, and the starter was fine when they replaced the batteries, is what they told me, and they put new batteries in. I'm probably going to give you a call sometime this week. I need some more information. Yeah, Isaac, give me a call, buddy. I'd be more than happy to help you out. I'm on a 34. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, give me a call, man. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Oh, I'm trying to fix this extension cord down here. For some reason, the computer went a little dead. So he said starter. Said he going to give me a call. Justin says grinding gears is getting number this 6 months. Grinding gear is getting number this 6 months. All right, Justin. Is he getting his own numbers? Is that what you're talking about? Going to run his own numbers, maybe? Isaac Brown, cool. Yeah, give me a ring tomorrow, Isaac. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. I'll probably be up. I'm going to be watching football, but give me a ring. I got nothing going on but sitting here at this casino. Probably going to move. I'm not going to stay here. Hey, guys, it was a 680, bro. Gigolo Joe. Yeah, we were talking about your truck earlier. So Justin says yes, he's going to run his own numbers. I don't know, man. I'm mixed on that. I just everybody's got their purpose and what they want to do and how they want to run stuff. I have no desire to run the spot market any longer. Not until they start paying some serious cash like they did. To me it just doesn't make sense right now. The money has to be there. Gigolo Joe says that the answer to what you asked me. Okay. Oh, okay. I get you. 680 is what you were paying for the truck. I got you. Yeah, you were paying 680 for that Kenworth. Why did you leave JB Hunt if you were making good money? Terry B, I don't know if you're the same guy that keeps asking that question, but you're going back almost a year ago with information. When we left JB Hunt, we left because they were lying to us. Well, let's put it this way. They weren't lying to us. They were taking money away from all the drivers. They were cutting the rates, and they weren't telling the drivers. And it was very under the table type stuff. And when we called them out about it, they didn't lie about it. They admitted that they did. But when a carrier starts taking rates away from you, and they lost quite a few of the accounts that we were running specifically, like the Toyota. We didn't talk about it a whole lot, but we ran a Toyota dedicated account. We lost that account, so that took a big chunk out of our money. And then we figured out a way to make money with the Frito-Lay stuff, along with the other stuff, and we were making good money. And then they started losing a lot of the Frito-Lay loads, and they were giving them to company drivers. That is the reason why I left JB Hunt. The money went down. I went from grossing about $7,000 to $8,000 a week to grossing about $4,000 to $5,000 a week. The money was disappearing pretty quickly, and at the time I had a SFI truck, and we were lucky to bring home $1,500 to $2,000 a week. Now, granted, that's a lot of money. That was good money, but when you get into a carrier that wants to lie to you and not tell you the truth about everything, that's when it's time to go. I hope that answers your question, because I think you're the same guy that asked me that a few weeks back. But again, you're going back a year ago. I can't say that about JB Hunt now because I'm not there. Does it say start failed or just not? Yeah, it says start failed is what that says. But I'm not going to have this truck much longer anyways. I got about another, 3 weeks in it maybe. I'm officially on the Mopar as well. Oh, good. So, Trey, you're coming over too. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Awesome. Terry B says, only reason I ask, I can't seem to get the money there. Yeah. The money's just not there right now, Terry. Unfortunately. Everybody that I know that's still over there, and I'm not talking trash about the company. I just don't think the money's there. It's just everywhere. It's spot market. Now, granted, spot market went up a little bit this week from what I hear, but not been good. Whoops. I'm at JB Hunt now, and it sucks. Yeah. JB Hunt ain't the place. What, you got your own truck, or do you have a Schneider Finance truck? Craig, that was the reason I wanted to call you, buddy. I wanted to tell you about this Mopar account. It's freaking great. There's no issues whatsoever, dude. Miles are here. Easy drop and hook. The account managers and the driver leaders are great. I say account managers, but the planners and the driver leaders are great there, man. No problems whatsoever. I was actually going to call you and see if you were interested in coming. What kind of truck are you getting after the Shaker? Don't know yet. I'd love to get a brand new Volvo, but at the same time, I got my eyes on Gigolo Joe's yellow Kenworth. I'm waiting to see if I can't make that happen. So I got 2 trucks that I'm looking at. Dead spot on starter. Yeah, that's kind of what my thinking was too. Is probably starter. So you own your own truck. If you own your own truck outright free and clear, you can make money over here. Even the guys that are running OTR over here are making money. I'm making more money over here, honestly, than I was at JB Hunt towards the end. Now, I can't say that I make as much money as what I did with JB Hunt when I first went over there, but I'm not far behind. Not far behind. The deadhead has been getting out of hand on the OTR side, in my experience, up to 20%. Yeah, there's not a lot of deadhead over here. I think I did 200 miles last week, deadhead. This week, I don't think I have any deadhead. No, I don't have any deadhead miles at all this week. So, yeah, not a lot of deadhead over here. Give me a buzz anytime. Yeah, I'll give you a ring tomorrow, Craig, if I can remember. I'll be watching football. I know my Bucks don't play till Monday night. I don't really care about all the games tomorrow, but I'm gonna be looking at them. But I'll give you a ring tomorrow if you're available. Why do you get paid a mile? Why do you get paid a mile there over Swift? That's just the way they pay, brother. I don't know why that is. Oh, maybe what do you get paid? If it's what do you get paid, it's $1.15 to $1.36 depending on the mileage. Plus, you get your fuel surcharge. This week it was 39 cents. Was losing a couple $100 because of deadhead. Yeah, you can definitely lose some money if you're doing a whole lot of deadhead. You'll like this Mopar account. If you got your own truck, Menards is looking for guys to lease on with them. Okay. You happen to know what the pay is, and we can put it out here. I don't mind. There's a wait list for the percentage pay. Yeah, I've talked about that before. You can be on that wait list, dude, just like it was with the load board when they first came out. I don't think that's it, guys. But again, you guys need to go and try it out for me to see if it's any good. Broncos tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, Broncos don't look too bad this year. Speaking of which, I'm starting to get a little warm. I think I'm going to start this baby up. I thought that it was cooled off enough outside to where I wouldn't have to mess with it. Give me a second here. Jonah. Let's see if it'll fire up here in a minute. There she goes. Let's see if she fires up. Yep. It's a starter. She's not firing. Give me a second. Ah, man. What a pain in the ass. I'll be right back with you guys and we'll get to the comments. Did you read the comments, Jonah?
No, I got it. No, I can't read on my end.
No.
Unless I ain't hitting something right on the screen. I don't know.
I got to go to Walmart tomorrow and get some snacks. I don't have any snacks. And that's very unlike me not to have any snacks. Oh, man. All right. What's your average gross at Swift? Well, I'm going to tell you, my gross at Swift is not going to be like anybody else's gross, because what you got to remember, we don't have to pay for a lot of shit over here. We don't have to pay for tolls. We don't have to pay for trailers. We don't have to pay for our plates. We don't have to pay for our permits. There's a lot of things that we don't pay for over here. So if you want the truth, my gross is anywhere between $4,000 and $5,000, and $5,000 being a great, absolute, awesome week. But again, it's not about gross. It's about what you take home. I'm taking home between $22,000 and $3,000 a week take home after all bills are paid. I've done some videos, and I don't like talking numbers and money and all that shit, but I have done some videos. It doesn't change over here very much. What would be good for me? I don't know, man. You can give me a call tomorrow along with the other people. I'll be more than happy to talk to you.
Oh, he said that would be good for him.
Oh, that? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good for him. Well,
Terry, call me tomorrow and I'll give you more information about it. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it. I can get you with the right person. But yeah, all my guys are doing very well over here. Yes, we love watching you snack, Mr. D. But yeah, I don't have any snacks. I got to go to Walmart and get some. They got any dedicated out of Columbus? You know, everybody always asks me what dedicated do they have. So they got a lot of dedicated. I don't know specific Columbus, Ohio, but I know they got a home goods account up there in Ohio somewhere, and they also have one just north of Indianapolis too. But honestly, I don't know. I don't keep track of that. I just there's a
I know they had
lot of
some in Columbus.
huh?
I know they had some in Columbus like a while back. I forgot what it was, but I had those driver that was on it, and I can't remember what it was. But
Target. Trey just said he thinks
uh, it was, I can't remember what it was.
hmm.
But
Trey
it's like
says he takes.
they go like a 500-mile radius or whatever of Columbus or whatever. Something like this, 600 miles. Then come back, then go out again. I forgot what it was.
Right. Trey says he takes home about 1,900 to 2,400, but I go home every 2 weeks for a couple of days. The way I like to run, everything has to work out perfect. But if you like to stay out, you'll make more money than me. Yeah. And Trey said it's probably Target. It pulls Target, loads out of Columbus. I do see them pull Target. Well, this damn thing didn't start again. Shit. Now this damn thing's going to start giving me problems because I'm going to be giving it back. Alright, I'm gonna let it run for a little bit until it shuts down, and then we'll figure it out from there. Maybe that's what it has to do. Oh man! Next truck will have an EPU or an APU on it, one of the two. On the Columbus side, they also might have the craft account out of Columbus. Yeah, I don't know about the craft account. That's one I hear people talking about it. You can do Mopar out of Columbus, from what I understand. You can do Mopar just about from anywhere. I think I still have the direct number for the craft account people. Okay. I got to tell you, I'm happy on this Mopar account, guys. This has been pretty decent. I brought a few guys over. I've got a couple more guys that I want to bring over that I think will be good. I got some new guys that just started. Seeing how well they do, it's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk to those guys about, possibly bringing them over. So far, I'm happy with it, but you gotta want to stay out. That's one thing you gotta, Trey. It's you gotta understand. I don't know. I don't know if he talked to you about it. How long did he tell you you had to stay out? Did he tell you? But again, craft is company only. Yeah, there's a lot of Walmarts that are company drivers only. Did you talk to the guy at the Mopar account? I know. Well, you know what? You had to because you said you're on the account. Who's your driver leader, Trey? Okay, so they didn't talk to you. Well, I told them I was out 3 to 4 weeks. They wanted to know how long I was going to stay out. Maybe with you being in Texas, it might not be that big of a deal to them.
Yeah, cause they can run. He can run from Detroit down to Laredo with their Mopar account.
We don't have anything that goes to Laredo that I'm aware of yet. We go to Dallas.
Oh, let's see. Hey, you drop it in Dallas now? The last time I did it, I was taking one all the way to Laredo.
Were you actually on the Mopar dedicated account?
No, I just did it was like an old road though.
Yeah. They do have loads that go out that a lot of company drivers and regular drivers will take, but when we run the dedicated, we only have like 10 cities we go to. And my knowledge, I don't think Laredo's one of them. They don't send us down that far.
Yeah.
Do they run to South Carolina? They run to Winchester, Virginia, and Charlotte, North Carolina, but I don't know of anything in South Carolina they run to. They do have a place in Atlanta, and then they have Orlando too.
Craig must be from South Carolina somewhere.
I think he is. He's got that same accent you do.
Yeah, he might be. He might be from. I mean, he might stay not too near me or something.
Yeah, you guys both have that accent. So, oops. Trey says, I think Swift does Dollar Tree backhaul in South Carolina. Yeah. I ain't doing anything that has Dollar Tree attached to it. That's
Oh
for
no, it's
sure.
a drop and hook at that Dollar Tree. I know. I know what you're talking about. That Dollar Tree is a drop and hook at the
Oh, is it?
DC. Yeah, right there off exit 83.
I still can't get over that $65 for that buffet, man. That just blows my mind. I mean, honestly, back in the day, you know, casinos are nothing new to me. My family, my dad was a professional gambler. And, you know, honestly, the food was something that they were supposed to give away for free to keep you there. Another thing that a lot of people don't know either, as soon as you walk into these casinos, you can smell the oxygen being pumped in because they got, you know, fresh oxygen that's pumped into the air conditioning vents. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Keeps your brain free and clear of everything.
Hmm.
Has a little bit of a real nice smell to it too when they pump it in, like like a flower arrangement or something. Last time I leased a Swift on the reefer side, they had me doing Dollar Tree loads, just pulling backhauls, no touch. Okay. Yeah, Charlotte's only 2 hours from you. Well, Charlotte's only 2 hours from you too, isn't it?
No, I stay like about an hour south of Charlotte, down 77.
Yeah.
About an hour and about 15 minutes.
Gotcha. What the fuck is honking? Hold on a second. I'm here for 34 hours. Yep. I'm going to probably leave in the morning and go to Walmart. Yeah. You want to pull in behind me or something? You want to? Yeah, that's fine. I'll be up around 10. You can wake me up. Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's something else, man. Hold on there, guys. There's fucking over 100 truck spots here, and he has to pull in behind me. Literally over 100 spots. You hear me?
Uh huh.
I mean, it really is. There's literally 100 truck spots, and there's nowhere near capacity. And I'm bobtail, and he's bobtail, so he wants to park in behind me. Jesus. All right. Back to the action, guys. Sorry about all the commotion tonight, guys. I didn't expect that. Good thing I was awake, or I'd been really pissed if they honked the horn like that. You gotta love the bull haulers that come in at after midnight with their Jake brakes on, don't you? Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know why they do that. They no longer do Dollar Tree on the reefer side. Okay.
Craig, what part of Carolina he from?
Yeah, what part of Carolina are you from, Craig? Now they're dry vans. When reefer was slow on the East Coast for reefer freight, I did those Dollar Trees. He wanted to park by a celebrity. Yeah, I think that's what happened. That's probably what happened. Even the wife was laughing her ass off about that. Yeah, you got your celebrity right here. So he lives in Florence. Okay.
Oh, okay. I stay about an hour from Florence.
So those stinky trash trucks, I hate. Yeah, I the bull haulers are the ones that always amaze me, man. Them guys. I mean, if you're not careful, them guys will blow you off the road. I mean, I've seen them in the because your trucks have the radar on the front of it where you can see the speed. I had one pass me one day that was doing 91 miles an hour. He about blew me off the freaking road. 91 miles an hour, man. And they get away with it.
Oh yeah, they gotta get them cows on down the road.
They got that farm exemption. That's why, man. They got to have those animals delivered so they're fresh and stuff. Granted, I get it. I understand. I want fresh meat too. So my list of people that's coming, I got one guy that started this week. I got one guy starting on Monday. I had one guy that was starting on Thursday, but he had an emergency. He had to leave. I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 guys starting like around the 1st of November. I got another guy that's starting on the 23rd next week. And then I had one guy that didn't make it through because of a criminal record. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that I can't get in contact with.
Yeah. I probably call myself right around Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, I think you need to. $65 fresh meat at the buffet. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, the buffet, I mean, it was good for $25. For $65, it's not nowhere near worth it. I don't care how much food you eat. To me, it's not good quality, meat that they have. Like the prime rib, it was okay. For $25, yeah, it was kind of like Golden Corral, okay, but it wasn't like super fancy steakhouse, okay. You know what I mean? If it was super steakhouse fancy, okay, I would have paid the $65 to get me, a couple pieces of prime rib or something, but it wasn't. Absolutely, I could have went to Lone Star and spent, $55 or $50 and got the best piece of meat that they had. So this steakhouse here, you know what a tomahawk steak is, right?
Yeah,
the one with the bone that sticks way out. They got tomahawk steaks for $125, dude. Tomahawk.
Right, goodness.
Now everything's a la carte when you go to a fancy steakhouse. You're going to spend $125 for your tomahawk. You're probably going to spend $15 for your baked potato, and probably like $7 or $8 for your soda or whatever beer, whatever you drink. Because all that's a la carte. You'll spend $150 in that place easy, if not more. I guess everybody's deciding to go live. Boy, Narc is on a roll, man. He's going after Jason Pope big time. I don't know if you've been watching those.
Is that who now?
Narc. Narc. Codename Narc. Makes fun of Trucker Todd, Jason Pope, and all those guys. He actually did a video about me one time, too. Especially on 287 in Texas with those winds. Them bull haulers will, yeah, absolutely, man. They will blow you away. There's no doubt about that. I ran ag exempt hauling live chickens. Yeah, that they get the exemptions, man. They can do whatever they want to. James Swift only charged me $50 to replace a suspension airbag. International would have screwed me over. Yeah, absolutely agree. All your parts the shit you get done at the shop, you're going to get them cheap. Cheap. Guys, everything we do, everybody has an opinion of, hey, this is a better way to do it. Hey, this is a better way to do it. It's like I always say, we all do the same job, whether we run for Swift, whether we run for CR England or, spot market. We all do the same thing. Some of us might make a little bit better money putting up with the bullshit. Some of us might make a little bit less money not putting up the bullshit. Same thing with trucks. It's all an experiment. I thought the biggest thing in the world was to own your own truck. How wrong was I? I think that's the biggest mistake, and the biggest mistake that I've made throughout this whole journey is I think I just bought the wrong truck. Now, the other guys that bought trucks, they're all doing just fine. Now, I take that back. One guy had to have his transmission replaced, but it was under warranty. My truck was totally out of warranty. And honestly, even if I would have had a warranty, it wouldn't have replaced the shit that went wrong with my truck to begin with. I'm back on the lease bandwagon, guys. Unless you get a brand spanking new truck that you're buying, which who can afford a brand new truck? I just don't think owning the truck, and even if you go to Lone Mountain and buy one of them brand new trucks with the warranty and everything, I don't know if owning the truck anymore is the answer. And again, these everything we do is an experiment. I think you can agree with that, Jonah. It's always an
Oh
experiment.
yeah.
What's the best way to take the most amount of money home? And that's what we're all trying to figure out. And in my opinion, and again, opinions are like assholes. In my opinion, I think running Swift over here, running one of their lease trucks, and running on one of these dedicated accounts, I think is the best option. I don't think anybody's going to make much better money than just doing that. Now, there'll be some guys out there that'll be, little geniuses that'll figure it out and maybe make more. But for the average guy, like me and you, I mean, there's just really no other easier way to do it. And you don't have to put up with the bullshit. Now that I'm on this dedicated account, the only issue I ever had with Swift was the planners, and we've talked about it. I don't have to deal with that anymore. I've got my own planners, and they've got loads on me before I even call them. But just my 2 cents. It's always an experiment. Chicolo Joe says, cow hauler run like that because they have 30 hours to get them cows loaded and unloaded. Yeah, I didn't know the time period, but I knew it was short. So you got family that runs that. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was short, and they had to be quick. I don't plan to own anymore. Just got the truck for freedom. I'm just going to pay it off and sell it. Repeat the process. Probably get a new truck through Swift. Is thing. That's exactly what I think I'm going to end up doing too. I'm just going to lease a used truck, pay it, get it paid off, sell it, and then order a new truck and do the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. There's no limit. Speaking of lease, do you remember your mile per gallon on the international you had from SFI? Yeah, my international at SFI, anywhere between 7 and 10, depending on where I was hauling. 7, obviously, 45,000 pounds. 10, either bobtail and maybe 5 or 10,000 pounds. It did fairly well. And the truck was brand new when I got it too. Juan says, I feel the same way, that I just don't want to keep driving my old truck. Yeah, I agree. I actually contacted SFI about possibly leasing another truck with them again. And done the math. I looked at, and it wouldn't be brand new. I was looking at 22, 23 Volvo, the 860s with the dinette and everything. It's going to be like $800 a week. If I leased a truck here with Swift, it would be $700, so it'd be an extra $100. Thought about it. Don't know if I'm going to go that route, but thought about it. And it would only be like I think it was like 70 weeks. So just about a year and a half, 72 weeks, something like that. It would be a year and a half lease. And then I think a buyout was like $40,000 if I wanted to pay it off. You do you. Life is a learning curve. You all transport goods and provide for your families. How you get there is your own journey. That is correct. It's always, like I said, it's an experiment. You got to experiment and see what brings you the most amount of money home and what makes sense for your personal life. Everybody's different. I'm doing pretty good, under 40,000 plus pounds. I get around 8.2 to 8.4 running at 60. That's actually pretty good, Trey. That's really good. You won't be hauling that heavy shit anymore unless it's a backhaul when you come over here. I think the heaviest load that I've taken so far was like 10,000 pounds. That was auto parts stuff. SFI offer my 21 Cascadia at $900 a week. Okay. That's about right. The Volvos that I was looking at, they must be wanting to get rid of them because they were like 8 something a week. It's like 790, 800, somewhere in that area. I don't remember the exact number, but it was something that I was definitely looking at. Since that new Volvo came out, I just don't like the old Volvos anymore, the looks of them compared to that new one. That new one to me, that new one looks like the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, dude. Just has that spaceship look.
Yeah.
If I got one of those, I'd have to get me a life-size Chewy doll to put in the passenger seat. I'm serious.
I ain't like them yet.
Huh?
I said I don't like the Volvos yet. It's taking a while to grow on me.
Yeah.
But
Well, you
I
know
have to
that
guess I
that
test drive
windshield.
one.
Have you seen the windshield on that damn thing?
I haven't seen one up close yet. I've seen them riding by or in the parking lot somewhere, but actually up close and personal with it, I ain't seen up close personal.
That windshield is huge. It's got to be twice the size of the Freightliner windshield because it kind of curves
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit, and it
Turn,
also
yeah.
has like the rear window defogger stuff on cars. It's got that on the
Uh-huh.
windshield, dude. You can melt the ice off your windshield.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was cool. You know, also
Yeah.
with that truck, you can't release the air brakes if you don't have your seatbelt on. It'll stay in park till you put your
Oh,
seatbelt on, even in the yard.
dang.
So that would be something I would have to get used to.
Yeah.
I wear my seatbelt everywhere, but if you're in the yard moving trailers
Yard,
around, you're not
yeah.
going to put your seatbelt on. Trey says, "Yep, the planners I work with loved keeping me in the plains area, Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, with heavy paper loads or food loads. And the thing is, if they're keeping you running, I don't really care what it is. I never really bitched to complain about heavy loads. I know a lot of guys do, but I never did. As long as I was running, I would run anything they gave me because anything is better than nothing. I'd rather run than sit. Friendly reminder, you all watching, please like the live and subscribe to the channel and share and like the comment or content. We appreciate you. Yeah, guys, it don't cost you anything. Go ahead and like this video, guys. It helps the algorithm. Believe it or not, the algorithm has been really, really good lately. These videos are getting out to a lot of people. I've gained like 60 subscribers in the last 2 weeks. Last time I looked today, I think I was at 1,933 subscribers. So it's growing tremendously, very quickly. It's very nice. Please uh, make your comments. I got one guy, Andrew Balderas, comments on every single video that I has, and he says "booyah." Now, believe it or not, just because he says "booyah," it helps the algorithm go out there because he makes a comment. I know he does that as a favor. I need to go to his channel and do the same thing, but God, man, it's just timing more than anything. But he does that all the time. Bob will come with flip flops. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but yeah, the white Bob, yeah, those are the
Yeah.
Turban Suburbans. Only thing I don't like about my International is the truck won't let me shift if my tanks are not above 120 psi. Never had a truck do that unless it's, so. The reason is the transmission is air related. I think the Kenworths are the same. Kenworths and Peterbilts are the same way too. Has to
Yeah.
do with that Cummins, with it made it up to that transmission. Juan, the Volvo comes with Crocs or water shoes like I wear everywhere. I understand the new sensors and technology on the trucks, but that forward collision sucks. You know, I'm mixed on the forward collision. Very mixed. I don't like it because sometimes it'll see ghost, like bridge overpass or something. It'll get ghost scans and it'll, you know, this Freightliner doesn't step on the brake until the very last minute, but it gives you an opportunity to get to the brake. But when I had that new International, uh, it stepped on the brake for me immediately, and it had a lot of ghost calls that would come up on that truck. But yeah, I think the newer the truck is, the more the sensors are more what's it called, vibrant, maybe more active, maybe. If the new Volvo, if you open the door on low speed, the brake will set off. Yep, that's what we were just talking about. That's what we were just talking about. Same thing with the seat belts too, isn't it? One, I know the ones that Swift has does. Well, farewell to the guys that are open their doors when backing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I would be. I just, that's one, I've seen guys get out on the catwalk and not the catwalk, but the steps out there when they're
Yep.
backing. So
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know
you
why
stand
they
on the
do
steps
that.
sometimes.
Just roll your window down. Look out there, buddy. That's all you got to do. It's dangerous. Dangerous as hell. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. One thing that I hate is I hate just sitting around, especially on 34s. I like doing 34s at the house.
Yeah.
So Juan Pearson says yes. Trey says, excuse me, I've been off on home time. I can actually can't wait to get back on the road. Um, I love spending time at home with the wife and the daughter and my silly ass father-in-law. I really do. But there are times when I'm at home and it just I've been doing this for so long now. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right if I spend more than like 4 or 5 days at home. Even though I like it, I love doing it. I love sleeping in my bed. Love being at the expensive house that I pay for every month. But sometimes you just got to get out on the road. I know that feeling, Trey. 4 days was supposed to be 3. Yeah, I usually 4 is about my maximum. I've done 5 before, but 4 is usually the maximum. Speaking of the devil, there's a brand new Volvo right there. Definitely love the huge windshield. Yeah, I think that would be a big advantage, especially with the heating element on the windshield to melt the ice and shit. I think that would be a big advantage. Now, what the fuck is this guy gonna do? These drivers today, man, I don't get them. They have no respect for the other driver anymore. They just block everything.
Yeah.
Just,
I almost got in the wreck early in Atlanta when I was coming through Atlanta earlier, and we sitting in traffic because box truck turnover and had like 3 lanes blocked up, and it was a guy coming over. I was all the way in the left lane, and then there's a lady in the middle lane, and then there's a truck in like the other lane. Man, the truck wasn't paying no attention and started coming over on the truck beside me. And the truck beside me started coming over to me. And luckily I was paying attention to it. I had to drive an emergency lane to get around them. Like, and then the dude looking all like, and then it was a foreigner. He looking all like he lost or whatever and ain't know what to do or whatever. I was like, man, you about to cause an accident, man. And it just kept coming over. The lady we literally had to blow our horns for him not to hit us. And he just kept coming over.
Yep. Three Rigs says it feels right to be at home, but in your mind the chicken isn't getting made being at home. That is correct. That is correct. You definitely know that feeling that, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that be at home. I spend too much money on that be at home.
Wife says, Jonah, she enjoys your story time. That's everybody called me the movie star earlier or whatever they called me, but no, Jonah's the freaking movie star. He's the one. He's the most requested person to be on here. Now I have a request for Techno. I don't remember who asked for it, but they want Techno to be on here, so I got to get in touch with him. I wouldn't mind light loads with a lot of miles. That's what the Mopar account's about.
Or you get that load out of Rock Hill going out to El Paso. That load be light.
He says, I'm excited because the Mopar people were welcoming. It didn't feel like they wasn't enthusiastic about it. Yeah, absolutely, man. One thing that you'll notice, Trey, when you get a chance, go to the terminal up there and meet all the people. I did that last week, and I felt like I was at home. I felt like I'd known these guys for years, and even though I'd only known them a couple of days, they went out of their way to get me what I needed and to help me what I needed. And what sucked on Thursday is I had 2 loads that canceled pretty quickly, one really quickly. Within 15 minutes, I had another load posted on me that I had to pick up the next day. But it was after 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon when that load canceled. And I had to wait till the next day to pick the next load up. Well, guess what? The load that I had the next day canceled also, but it was early in the morning enough to where they posted something, right back up on me really quickly. So I only lost about maybe 12 hours out of that deal, but I got rolling the next morning and it was fine. That was my first load. I went to Winchester, Virginia with that one, and it was easy. Jonah has the voice of a good narrator. Yeah, he needs to be like Darth Vader, James Earl Jones. He could be reading the hey, you know what? We'll send Garmin that because you can get your Garmin to talk like who all was it that I think Forrest Gump. You can have Darth Vader. Billy Bob Thornton playing Sling Blade. There's a bunch of voices you can have added to that. Maybe we'll volunteer Jonah's voice in there. We'll make that the big seller because he's such a requested person on here. I was actually going to do that, James, when I get up there. Yeah, it's a nice terminal too. It's not that old. It's probably less than 5 years old the way it looks. Super nice place. Super easy to get into. They got their own shop there. New Boston, Detroit, basically.
Oh yeah. I've been to that terminal.
That's the Southern charm we have. Yep. You know, Craig, I got to tell you, man, I said something to you the first time I talked to you, and I said, I always want to say Craig and Day Day every time I talk to you or hear you. You didn't even laugh when I said that. I thought it was funnier than shit. You know what Craig and Day Day is, don't you?
Yeah.
From the Friday movies, man.
Right.
Come on, Craig. Get over here, Craig.
Yeah.
You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. Craig and Day Day. Jonah can do color commentary for the Clemson games. maybe we'll have to do the South Carolina games for Michelle. My wife says I love it. Blue Magic. Yeah, Blue Magic. He's a just to let you know, Nicole. He's a Swift driver too. His name is Craig. He's a good dude.
I told him I'm with my Clemson stuff. I'm gonna wear my Clemson stuff when I come back to Michelle's office. I'm wearing my Clemson stuff in there when I go back. Boy, you talking about gonna get cussed out for real.
Yeah, go Gamecocks, 3 rigs. And Craig's fine. Craig, you finally laughing at it, huh? Craig and Day Day, you sure didn't laugh the other day about it, man. I was laughing my ass off when I got off the phone with you because that's the first thing I thought with your name, Craig. Oh man. Have you I know Craig, I know you do, but Jonah, have you watched Charlie and Jeff shows lately?
No, I ain't watched them lately. It's been a while. I'll be forgetting them. I'll be forgetting to watch them. Most time I get parked that night, so I be asleep. By the time I go take me a shower and grab me something to eat, I start rolling about 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm a part of their replay gang. Every time I try to watch it, I'm usually driving, but they don't, for some reason, and maybe Craig, maybe you can answer this, they don't get a lot of views anymore. They've lost their viewership. Their subscribership has almost stopped. I don't know what's going on. I think they do a great job. The only thing that I don't like that they do, and it bugs me, is they bring Narc on the show. I'm not a big fan of Narc. I hope he doesn't watch my shows and start doing videos about me again. But anyway, I don't think Narc is a good addition for them to bring on their show. Jonah, UCKALM got Award Carrier of the Year by Tyson. Wow. No? Did you know that?
No, and I used to drive, and I used to pull Tyson for KLM before I came to Swift.
Yeah, Indiana has been playing some good football. They end up winning today? I meant to look. I wonder if they won today. I bet they did. Oh, shit. USF is playing right now. Might have to turn that on a little bit. It's on ESPNU. What happened with the Indiana game earlier here? Vanderbilt won. I haven't caught the scores. Have you looked at the scores?
No, I ain't looked at the scores. I just got parked probably about maybe like probably about a good hour before we went live. By the time I got me something to eat and everything and got situated, I ain't looked at nothing.
Oklahoma got some Gamecock ass today, 26-7. They beat the shit out of them. Oh wow, my UCF, they beat the shit out of West Virginia, man, 45-13. That's another school that's got a good team.
Yeah.
Where is the Indiana score? Oh, okay, Indiana beat Michigan State 38-13. Awesome. Yeah, it's good scores. I put the USF game on here. USF's been doing really good too.
Yeah, I know they've been
Craig
doing
said,
good for lately.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with that either. I wish they would get Bruce back from. Yeah, it's funny because I liked the show when Bruce was on there. I'm he was a lot more knowledgeable in my opinion. Um, they've had the ES Advantage guys on there. They're always good. Um, I brought Braxton on my show too. I thought that was a great show. I got a bunch of people signed up. I've kind of, with the exception of my insurance guy, I've kind of laid off bringing people over. I'm only bringing my insurance guy on to help him out. He's really a good dude. I think he provides a great product. Joan, I think you end up getting insurance with him, didn't you, Steven?
But yeah, I got insurance with him last week. It
Yeah.
was last week. It was last Thursday. Still
I don't
last
mind
Thursday or
bringing
Friday. I think it's Friday.
I don't mind bringing him on. I think he provides a great product for the truck drivers, and he wants to focus on truck drivers too. Um,
Yeah.
I'm very cautious about who I bring on here anymore. Um,
Yeah.
just
Matter of fact, I
because.
gotta call him Monday. I gotta call him Monday. Cause they sent me my card for the dental and vision, but they didn't send me like my regular card yet.
Yeah. The Colts in Indiana have been surprising. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what else, Trey? You said that about UCF. It wasn't 10 years ago. It was just like 6 years ago. It was right before COVID. Um, UCF, honestly, they were undefeated that year. They should have played for the national championship because they kept saying that their schedule was weak, which wasn't it at all. They actually beat some really, really good teams that year. Um, quite frankly, I think they were the best team that year. And they made their own T-shirts up too, national champs. I don't know if you ever saw that. I think it was 2019, if I'm not mistaken, 18 or 19. But yeah, they should have been invited to go to that championship. They were the best team by all means. Curious to see how NFL goes tomorrow. I don't know if you guys noticed, man, but my Buccaneers are number one right now in the rankings, and they play the number two team on Monday night. I'm a little worried about it, to be flat honest with you, because they're playing Detroit. Detroit's kind of a mixed bag. They either have a really, really good team or they have a really, really bad team. My Buccaneers, every game they played this year, except for the one that they lost, obviously they got one loss. They're 5-1. But the other four games, they came back and won in the last couple minutes. So you remember it, but you just don't remember the year. Yeah, it was just a few years ago. This season, I don't know who's good and who's not this season. Well, I can tell you right now, Ohio State right now and Miami was up there. They were number two, but since Louisville beat them, but again, I am a Louisville fan, but that was just a hoax. Louisville always, for some reason, they always beat Miami. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of common things between Louisville and Miami. They've had the same coaches throughout the history and stuff, and some of the players have switched back and forth. Like Louisville will get a lot of players that come out of the Miami area and bring them in. Lamar Jackson, good example. He was from Hollywood, Florida. They recruited him to Louisville, and look where he's at. But there's a lot of similarities. Coach Snellenberger back in the year in the late '80s and early '90s. He's the one that started the shit with the U. Him and Jimmy Johnson, they called it the U, and then he ended up going to Louisville, and immediately first year he was there, he got a bowl game and ended up winning that game. That's what put Louisville on the map. But teams good this year. Ohio State's probably the best. USF is really doing very well. Indiana's a team that if they keep doing what they're doing, they should be in the national championship with Ohio State, because I think right now those are probably the two best teams. Unfortunately, they don't play in regular season, even though they're in the same conference. You're talking about the NFL. Okay. NFL's really weird this year. Like I said, the Buccaneers are number one. I never, in my internal of anything, never thought that they would be number one this early off. They usually screw shit up along the way, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Wife says, just like Michigan always beats Ohio. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't. That's another two teams that have a lot of similarities, and Louisville and Miami has always had that similarity too, even though they're so far apart. But Michigan and Ohio always has that rivalry, and I don't think Ohio. I don't know. They just can't beat Michigan for some reason. I think if they play. I don't know if they play this year, darling. But if they did, I think Ohio State could take them this year. Bucks have that rookie phenomenon at receiver. Yeah, Ibuka. Yeah, Ibuka is awesome. I tell you, and the reason I know this is they got another guy, Zero, Diaby. I can't remember what his first name. Diaby. That guy is a monster. He's only going to get better. He's only in his second year. I think we drafted him last year, if I remember correctly. But he is phenomenal too. But yeah, Ibuka, he's a monster also. Ohio State and Michigan play on Thanksgiving weekend yearly. Really, I didn't even look. So they're playing Thanksgiving. Do you know that, Nicole? Or because I didn't know that. Then their running back is a good number 7. Yep. I don't know about you guys, man, but I really love football season. I used to really get into basketball season right after football. I'm more of an NCAA basketball guy than the pros, but this past year I really watched the playoffs because we had 2 unknown teams, man. You know, we had Indiana and Oklahoma City.
You back in the past beside me.
Huh?
I was about to say I had to watch out for this Amazon truck trying to back beside me. He back with no plastic on, and then he backing and gassing on it at the same time.
So the wife says, I'm sure my father knows. I bet he does, but the only problem is he won't hear you. Oh, my gosh, man. Oh. Oh. Shit. It's nice and cold in here now. Man, it feels good. It's hot out, man, today for some reason. I say hot, warm.
It's 75 degrees where I'm at.
There's water down here. Got something leaking. I guess that fucking cup's got a hole in it or something. Interesting. All right. Yeah, November 29th, I noticed they always play around Thanksgiving. Okay. So let's see if Michigan gets beat this year. Hopefully they will. No, baby, it's not that. Michigan versus Ohio State, Texas versus OU, and Army versus Navy. Be the games advertised big yearly. Yeah. Back to the NFL, one game that they always played on Thanksgiving, too. They used to just be one game on Thanksgiving back in the day. Then they went to 2. Now they're at 3. But the one game that was always a tradition was the Cowboys versus the Redskins, which they are the Redskins. They'll always be Redskins to me. But just think about it, Cowboys and Indians, Thanksgiving. They always played that game. Now all of a sudden they're not doing that anymore. I think Cowboys and the Commanders play this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. All right, now the truck wants to shut down. Hang on a second. Now let's see if it'll start this time since I let it run for a little bit. Oh, I hate this idle stop start shit. So, back in the days as a Bucks fan, I used to hate playing Detroit, especially when Barry was playing. They would destroy us no matter what they're. Yeah, I know, man. I've been a Bucks fan. Joe, I didn't know you were a Bucks fan, but I've been a Bucks fan since 1976, buddy. When they introduced the team. I thought the coolest thing was when they played Seattle this year, and you guys don't know this, but Seattle and the Buccaneers were the two expansion teams that came in 1976, and they played in their original uniforms this year for the 50th anniversary or whatever. It was kind of cool. Kind of cool. Bucks and Lions were in the same division during that time. Yeah, they sure were. They sure were. They played. I think they play twice a year, like they do now, or like they, the teams that they play in their division, anyways. Panthers and Falcons are in our division. Play them twice a year. You grew up in Plant City. I did not know that, Joe. Did not know that. Plant City. Well, we've dwindled down to 15 people, guys. Again, remind you guys, like and share, subscribe, all the above. Get that out, guys. I wanna keep this little ball rolling. Trying to think of a video to put out. I'd like to do one tomorrow while I'm still doing my 34. I just don't really have a good topic to talk about. I probably would just make something talking about the Mopar account, even though we've talked about it tonight. Believe it or not, there's a lot of guys that watch my videos that don't go back and watch the lives because they don't have the attention span to watch an hour and a half live or longer. Trucker Dan, hey, been there a minute. Hey, Trucker Dan, nice to have you in. Yeah, it's been a bit. Been a little bit, Dan. I hope things are going well for you. I get a lot of replay, gang. But Craig, back to you though. I wish I knew what was going on with Charlie and Jeff's people watching their show. You left Pam. Okay. Pam Transport, is that the one in Arkansas? Yeah, I never heard anything good about them. I'm trying to remember what his name is. I watched Carolina Trucker. He was at Pam, and they just literally about bankrupted him. There's some crazy city names in Florida. I once in Frostproof too much. Yeah, there are a bunch of crazy cities in Florida. But it ain't as crazy as the state park in Kentucky. You know what the big park is in Kentucky out by Cincinnati? You know what the name of it is? Big Bone Lick State Park. Big Bone Lick State Park. Evans Transport. Nice to finally catch one of your lives. Hey, Evans Transport, glad to have you in. Appreciate you coming by. Trucker Dan says yes. You ought to come over here to Swift, Trucker Dan. I don't know where you're working at now, but you went to Crete. Okay. Yeah, Crete's a good company from what I hear. I think that's a good idea, James, with the Mopar video. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about it. A lot of guys want to know, and I think it's good to put out because, like I said, a lot of guys don't watch the lives and they only watch the videos. I hear good things about Crete. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Crete. But there was one thing when I looked at companies to come back to, when I was leaving F2F before I came back to Swift, I looked at Crete, and there was something about them that I didn't like, and I don't remember what it was. It might have been the camera. Dan, maybe you can clear it up. Do they have cameras? Because I know over here we can get away from the camera if we have our own insurance. Yeah, their reach should be bigger. I agree with you, man. Their reach should be a lot bigger. It's not like they're not advertising. They got a good, clean show. Their editing is really good when they edit stuff and videos and stuff, and them having their commercials and stuff. They make a good product. I thought about getting a little bit more fancier with my shit and, making some decent commercials and editing some of these videos, but that's not what brought me to the dance floor. What brought me to the dance floor was just doing my true to self one cut videos, just describing, and if I screw up along the way, well, you know what, it just makes me a normal person, and I've kind of stuck with that blend, and I really don't have anything edited. I think it works. Obviously it works because my channel's grown really well. I just like putting as much stuff out there as I possibly can, and just trying to be as truthful as possible about stuff, and I think it works. A lot of guys right now are looking for something that, that's, good. Fun fact, Plant City is the capital of the strawberry. Yep, I already knew that. Strawberry plants of the world. They have the best strawberries in the world there in Plant City.
Yeah,
Every
don't they have a
February.
strawberry festival? Don't they have a
They
strawberry
do.
festival or something every year?
They do. Right around the state fair time. Strawberry festival. No camera on my truck. Okay. I don't remember what it was about Crete. There was something about Crete that I didn't like. I don't remember what it was. I told you last live, James, guy snatched that sauce and run. What are we talking about? What sauce? Did I miss something here? What sauce are we talking about? I don't get it. Do you know, Jonah?
I don't know.
You're gonna have to clarify that, Trey. I'm sorry, bud. You only get one if you have a violation on your record. Okay. Yeah, I have heard good stuff about Crete, but I don't know. Swift was just a better option for me because I knew their system, and I honestly, F2F about bankrupted me, and I needed to make money pretty quickly. So I just knew that I could. I knew it was pretty much add water, rinse, and repeat type thing over here at Swift. I knew how to make money really quickly, as it should be, Dan. Okay. I still want to know what the snatch, the sauce, and run is. When I say sauce M, I mean M. Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. It's how the Twinkies are made. That's what I say. I don't like telling people how the Twinkies are made. Unless they call me on the phone, I'll tell them everything. I'll give them everything they need to know. But I don't like giving up the 11 herbs and spices like KFC unless they call me. And they're serious. They got to be serious, too. So my wife is back on. I don't know if she wants me to talk about this or not, but I'm going to anyway. She's back on the carnivore shit again. And I got a feeling that I'm going to be back on it again, too. When you eat straight meat like that, man, and I did it for quite some time, like at least 3 months, and when your mind is, when you take away the sugar and all the crap, your mind is very free thinking, and you have no problem sleeping. You have no problems getting up and throughout your day not getting sleepy. But that's my biggest problem. As soon as I eat some sugar or candy bar or something, it fucking just messes with my mind and makes me sleepy. Have you ever done that diet before?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it works, dude. I mean, I've lost about 85 pounds since 2023 into 2023, so almost 2 years. But not all of that was running carnivore, but I lost a good 30 pounds off the carnivore. It's you'd think eating all meats would be great and it would taste good, but after your first week of doing it, you gotta. It's hard to get that taste out of your mouth. You know what I mean? It's a weird feeling, and you want something to kind of cover it up. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get past that. Evans Transport. You can make some good money over here at Swift as long as that door is closed and those wheels are moving. Absolutely. Evans Transport. I know we've talked before. You're going to have to clue me in who you are. I can't remember. Yeah, Craig, at Carnivore's the shit, man. It is the shit. Just be careful with the red meat, not too much of it. That's all bullshit, Trey. Just to let you know, the doctors will tell you that. And it's all bullshit. The red meat's good for you. It is good for you. Just like these COVID shots. And again, I don't care. They can strike me, whatever. These COVID shots were supposed to be good for you, too. And we're seeing what's happening with all that bullshit right now. I don't believe a doctor any more than I can throw them anymore. It's the refined, enriched wheat products and carbs and sugar is the devil for our bodies. Absolutely. I've actually proved that with the weight that I lost off of it. What kind of diet is that? Juan Pearson, it's just imagine all meat, any meat you can imagine, fish, chicken, beef, pork, any meat, You can eat eggs, butter, a lot of butter because you need the butter, and strictly water. You can do a dirty carnivore where you can, kind of cheat a little bit along the way with sodas and other things like that. But believe it or not, sodas are bad too. I can't shake the sodas. That's my biggest issue. I've tried many a times and I just can't shake it. So Evan says, I was thinking about trying that carnivore diet. I'm currently drinking everything with zero sugar and eating nothing but beans and rice, chicken and mixed vegetables. Lost about 50 pounds since. Yeah, the vegetables need to go bye-bye. The rice needs to go bye-bye. Beans need to go bye-bye. And the zero sugar sodas need to go bye-bye if you want to do a true carnivore. Only meat, water, butter. No carbs. Trucker Dad says any animal product. Yep, that is correct. If it has a mother, then you can eat it, basically. Mother and a father, you can eat it. I'm dirty carnivore. I eat red meats, cheese, water, coffee, some fruit, and keto yogurt. Yeah, that's kind of the dirty carnivore deal. You got to be real careful with the cheese and stuff though too. That rice will catch up with you when you go OTR. Yep. That's one thing with doing the carnivore diet for the first week or so, and my wife can attest to this too. For the first week or so, you will not be able to do a number 2. It's going to stop you up. And then when that time comes and you're ready to go, you're going to blow up like a cannon. That's the truth. It hurts. It hurts the first week. It's a struggle. Second week, it gets a little bit better. If you can get through it through the third week, you're good. At least that's what my experience was. I think my wife's was pretty much the same way. But if you want to lose weight and you want to do it naturally and not do all these pills like Ozempic and all this other crap, this is the way to lose it. I've told so many people in the past that have had weight problems to give it a shot and give it a try, and nobody ever listens to me. Especially people that need to lose weight for health reasons. All vegetables have what's called oxalates. As we age, oxalates wreak havoc on our digestive tract. Yep. Re-rigs. I once heard that some doctors will leave out the room and go Google your issues and run with that. Absolutely. I don't trust any doctors anymore. I'm 55 years old, guys. Never, ever been prescribed any medication other than, medications I had with car accidents. And I weaned myself. I didn't even wean. I never got addicted to any of them, but I don't even like taking the muscle relaxers that they gave me. I've never had any medication whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not buying into the Ozempic. Yeah, me neither, man. I'm telling you, there's going to be some hype with that. And these energy drinks, guys, if you guys are drinking these energy drinks, and again, I'm guilty just as much as you guys are. I drink them, but I haven't had one in over 6 months. About 2 or 3 years, actually been longer than that. It's probably been about 5 years ago. I got kidney stones really, really bad. And I believe it was because of the energy drinks. That's what I was told anyways. And I cut those things out. And I might have one every once in a while, but it's been 6 months since I've had one. They are so bad for you. So bad. And I agree with you. That Ozempic shit, that's going to come back in the near future. And they're going to say people are getting cancer and all kinds of shit from that trying to lose weight. It's an unnatural way to lose weight. That's what I thought as well, but adding in those beans has helped out. Yeah, I think, you're probably right. The beans do help go with the number 2. So speaking of which, Evans, tell me who you are. I can't remember who you are. I'm sorry. Leave that Ozempic for Hollywood. Yeah. Speaking of Hollywood, have you guys noticed how all these Hollywood actors and actresses are changing their looks? Everybody. It's not plastic surgery. It's other things. So Juan says, I need to try that when I start making money. Yeah, it can get expensive. Ask my wife. She went to the store and got a bunch of meats. It can get, I think she said she spent like almost $200 in meats, but it gets very expensive. I drink around 10 Red Bull a day. Yeah, you need to stop that, man. That's going to catch up with you someday. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that midlife. Carolina truckers currently at Snyder in the lease program with an SFI truck, kind of having a rough go at it. Yeah. Snyder right now, they're having a lot of difficulties with a lot of things over there. But yeah, I saw that. I follow Carolina Trucker. I got to be honest with you. I've left him several messages in the past. When when he was over here at Swift, and I can't remember where I was when he was at Swift. I tried to get him to call me. I was going to tell him how to make money over here, and then he ended up going. Actually, when he ended up going to Schneider this last time, I told him to call me. I gave him tips and hints on how to make money over there, but for whatever reason, the guy doesn't read his comments. And speaking of which, guys, if you all put comments in my videos and shit, be patient with me. I try to read them all and I try to respond to all of them, but unfortunately, I'm just so damn busy. But I did hire me an assistant to start reading these comments, my wife, and she's going to try and help me answer some of these comments that come through that she knows. But honestly, you say what you want to, but I really have been really busy, guys. And I'm the guy that drives the 10, 11 hours, whatever, and then I take a 10-hour break and I roll and do it all over again. I don't take time to do anything. I'm a driver whenever the load requires to go. I'm not a solar powered truck driver is what we call them all the time. I've noticed you are though, aren't you, Jonah?
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
I start my day like 4 or 5. I start out like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I ride my whole living out for the day.
That's still solar powered, man. You got to run midnight sometimes.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'd say 97, 98% of the drivers, man, are solar powered now because the truck stops are always full at nighttime. I like driving at nights because there's very, very little to none traffic. The guys that are driving at nights are usually an older crowd like me. So you're not going to see a whole lot of accidents at nighttime, per se, other than maybe the Turbine Suburbans. You might find a Turbine Suburban every once in a while trying to drive. But for the most part, it's the older drivers that have been driving for a long time, and you can get in and out of places quickly, especially the bigger cities. Juan, we listen and we won't judge. Absolutely. I'll drink the energy drinks, but I'm not drinking them all day, every day. I'll get 1 or 2 every few days. I've been trying to stick to the water so I can stay focused. Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, they make these damn energy drinks, with all these cool tastes like that, the red, white, and blue pop like you'd buy as a kid on the ice cream truck. They do that, and then they got Jolly Rancher flavors and, Twinkie flavors, all these different flavors, and you're like, oh, I wonder what that tastes like. Oh, I wonder what that tastes like. Unfortunately, we all fall under that, and we get hooked on them, man, and that's the fucking problem. No, Country is at Mercer now. I haven't talked to Country in a long time. I tried extending the olive branch to him. Not that we're mad at each other or anything like that, but I tried to extend the olive branch to him, and he didn't. He responded to the text, but he wasn't interested in talking, so I kind of let that one go. I like Country. He's a great guy. I got nothing bad to say about him, but we just had some differences, and I've talked about him in the past on here, and I don't really want to get into it. But Country is a good guy. Watch his show. He is funny, but no, he's at Mercer. We just went separate
he's been at
ways.
Mercer for a while. Yeah, he's been at Mercer for a while.
We talked in your vids when I was thinking about coming over to Swift. I came on just a few weeks ago, and I actually tell people in my videos all the time to check you out. Well, Evans, you should have called me, man. I could have gotten credit on you coming over, man. So you're one of them that has fallen through the cracks. But I appreciate you coming on the channel. Chris says, no Trey. I prefer to run 8 to 9 weeks and keep going. Don't like doing resets on the road, but I'll run a full clock. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I don't like doing like this 34 on this. Unfortunately, and again, I was trying to play with it a little bit, but I was going to run out of time anyways, and it made sense just for me to do a 34. On this account, you got to run your clock out and do a 34 reset to make money. Running recaps on this account, I don't think is going to work. The hauls are too long to make that work, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I figured out in the last couple of days anyways. So you watch his videos. Okay. Seems like an okay guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. There's nothing wrong with him. We had separate views on things. I like Country's videos. Yeah, who can't like Country? He's a big cuddle bunny. That's what he is. Crete doesn't have a lease program. They sell you the truck on our payment plan. Interesting. Okay. Dan, are you still on here? Yeah, I didn't even think about it until it was too late. Yeah, that's what they all say. Just giving you shit, man. Have you ever seen KFC's official Twitter account? They follow the Spice Girls and 11 people named her. No, I haven't seen that, but that's actually funny. That's fucking funny. Speaking of Spice Girls, and I'm showing my wife is going to laugh at me, so I'll talk in a second, Dan, about that. But looking for something to watch on Netflix the other day, and I watched the little documentary about Victoria Beckham. I got to tell you, man, those Spice Girls really gave her hell throughout the years. She was kind of an outsider, and I didn't know this, but her and her husband, the soccer player David Beckham, they've been together since they were like 14 years old, dude. Did you know that?
Great. Oh, I didn't know that.
They were like 14 years old. They've been together that damn long with each other. But I found it interesting, man, to see what she's doing. She's got her own clothing line, and everybody said that she was going to fail. All the big Hollywood elites and everybody that's in the fashion world said she wasn't going to make it. But not that I'm into that kind of stuff, that fashion shit, but I found it a little interesting, and found their lifestyle a little interesting, to be honest with you. They've got either 2 or 3 kids. And like I said, they've been together forever since they were kids. I like watching stuff like that and seeing how people operate. The only problem I have with the carnivore diet as a truck driver is absolutely a necessity. Yep. Yes, it is. That is true. Midlife, that's your body detoxing. That's exactly right. Tom, it's been a while, buddy. We need to catch up, man. I tried to call you a couple weeks back, but maybe I'll try and give you a ring this week. It's been a little bit. We need to catch up. Always have big ideas for this channel, always big dreams and stuff, but shit never works out, man. I asked Tom to kind of partner up with me, and we were going to bring some products on the show and stuff, but it's just time, man. I just don't have the time for that crap. As much as I like doing it, it makes a little bit of money here and there, but it's just timing is everything. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. So that's true. You buy a truck from them and they finance it for you. Is that how that works? Is there any, and I'm asking this for all the other drivers, is there any qualifications that you have? You got to have good credit if they're going to finance you, or is it kind of that, or is it a walk-away lease? Is it only Freightliners? That's all I ever see that Crete has is Freightliners. Just curious. And are you doing that program? No, they don't do a lease. Okay. And Trucker Dan, I think you're the same Trucker Dan that goes on Charlie and Jeff's show, if I'm not mistaken, too. Because Goofy Charlie always does. Trucker Dan does that Forrest Gump wave. You know what I'm talking about, Jonah?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen him on there. I've seen him do that.
You have or haven't?
No, yeah, I have. Yeah, I see him do that all the time. But I was
Trucker Dan, hey.
Yeah.
Still, as much as I hate Tom Hanks, still one of the best movies of all time, man.
Yeah.
Such a great movie. I have to buy the truck from them like you would from a dealership. So is it credit based? Is that how that works? Because there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to want to know that. No, I don't go to any other live shows. Oh, so that's not you, the Trucker Dan that goes there. Okay, I apologize. They do have a Trucker Dan that goes on there, and they do that Forrest Gump wave all the time. I think Jeff gets, I don't want to say pissed or upset, but he gets a little sidetracked with Charlie sometimes with some of the shit that he says and does, doesn't he? Jeff's a little bit more straight-laced than Charlie is. Charlie goes around the edges a little bit, kind of like I do.
Yeah. Did Charlie go back to Swift, or he was someone else?
Charlie's always been with Swift. It's Jeff that left. He went to
Jeff.
Yeah, he went to Panther, but no, as far as I know, he's still there. At least he was Tuesday when they did. So.
Oh yeah. I thought I was talking about Jeff. Man.
I had the opposite reaction that you did when I first started Carnivore. I wasn't not being able to go. It was peeing out my butt. Wow, really? No, I got stopped up really bad. But after a week or so, I say a week. It wasn't even a week. It was a couple of days, and then but it was just not a lot. It wasn't enough, and eventually, after about a week, it worked out. You have to get the loan from a bank or somewhere, just like you went to the dealership. Okay, so that I'm sure that would have to be with credit then. Okay, I got you. The struggle is real on making time to do videos. I always try to set aside at least half an hour every week to do them. I'll have to look at your channel, Evans. I will have to look at your channel. Come on back up here. Aaron Evans. So you were at RTI doing that lease, huh? Wow. I'll have to like your videos. Exactly 2 weeks ago, 3784 miles, and last week 2897. I just don't turn down any loads unless they are really unproductive. 13 Bravo. You must be a military guy. 13 Bravo. Yeah, that's pretty good. 3784 in 1 week. Wow. Crete has Freightliner and Ken. Okay, so they have some Kenworths too to buy, huh? Okay. So Trucker Dan, you never said, are you doing that program? And do you have a Freightliner or a Kenworth? Wow, it's actually raining now where I'm at. And here I thought we wouldn't have a good show tonight. We're almost up to 2 hours, man. Been a pretty decent show. Okay, so you have a company driver and you have a Freightliner. Okay. Yeah, RTI was a good company, just had struggle getting me home. And what Not So Swift was a perfect fit. Okay. Swift's a great company. Swift is a great company. Like I said in the beginning, for me and a lot of the guys that I've talked to on the phone, it's a good fit right now. Um, in a year or 2 years from now, maybe things might change and it might be a better option to look at other things. But um, to me, it just makes sense right now. I just think the dollar rate per mile bullshit is the only way you're really going to make consecutive. And it's all about consecutive money. It's all about what you bring home. It's not about the gross. And that's something that I had a hard time understanding when I first got into this, thinking the gross was what you really wanted to get at. But it's the money you bring home, what you keep. And I know that's kind of a dumb statement to say, but it was the truth. So you're home every weekend. You got 2,700 miles last week. I got 2,900 last week. Well, let me put it this way. I got 1,700. I had to put 1,200 on it this week. I couldn't make it work. I tried, but it just wasn't going to work. And it was my first full week out, half a week. But I'll do better this week, and from here on out, I'll do really well. My fuel's sitting very well last week and this week too. So I'm a rehire here at Swift as well. I actually started my career here back in 2015 on the Walmart dedicated out of Utah. Yeah, I remember talking to you now. I remember you telling me that. Damn it, you should have used me as a referral, man. We could have worked something out, man. I'm going to share a parking secret for anybody who's in Illinois on I-70. Exit 68 ACT Road. Angel always has parking. Okay, who's in Illinois on I-70, exit 60, ACT. I don't know what ACT is. That a road? ACT Road? Road Angel. Road Angel. Okay. I think he meant Road Ranger, isn't he? Yeah, probably Road Ranger. I've never heard of Road Ranger. I could be wrong. But I think I know where you're talking about. I've seen that stop before and wondered that. Things going well for you over there, Tom? I see you're putting your videos out all the time. 6-figure trucker. I mean, you appear to be doing well. I see your all's trucks everywhere. And now I'm getting cold. I wonder if the temperature went down. Let's see here. So you like to run a split clock. I'll run whenever my clock says I can move and stop when it says I can't. Split clock keeps you from having to do 30-minute breaks. Yeah, I do the exact same thing. I like running a split sleeper too. I like starting my shift anywhere between midnight and about 3, 4 in the morning. And then somewhere around 5, 6, 7, I'll do a 2-hour split, get a nap, and then finish the day off and rinse and repeat. That's kind of what I like to do. I find my times run really well that way. Oh, man. Yeah, it's getting chilly in here. Woo. I think the rain cooled it off a little bit, man. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. I might have to go in this casino and get some snacks or go down to the store or something, man. I don't have anything to chew on. Not like I really need anything to chew on, but I need something to eat. I mean, just some cookies or something is all I really need is some cookies. I didn't bring nothing to eat on the show like I usually do. That's the odd thing that I do. All right, guys. Anybody has any comments, man? Put some stuff up here. What are we going to talk about? Anybody got an idea of a video I can do, and I'll try to produce a video. Anybody got any ideas? Anything you all want to hear about other than the Mopar account? I'm up for suggestions on videos. I thought about doing a video on truck brands. That was one of them I thought about doing. I might still do that. You know, what's your favorite truck brand? You know, kind of comment and stuff. I thought that might be a good one. ACT Road Angel Trucker Center. That's US 40. Okay. Going through menopause. Hot, cold, James, no cookies. Yeah, I know. I'm probably just going to lay down here and go to bed, to be honest with you. I'm a sunshine driver. I love starting at 4 a.m. So you're a solar powered truck driver. Yes, it's me, Patrick. Oh, okay. 1-3 Bravo. Yeah, okay, Patrick. Patrick, I know you, buddy. Yeah. You know, you're one of those guys that's doing good out here, man. I brag on you guys all the time. All of you guys that have come over have been doing really good. So what was your mileage this week so you can tell the guys? You don't have to go over your money or anything. Just how many miles did you do? They can kind of do the math and figure that out. I came in today driving through Arkansas coming up to Memphis, man. It was it was windy as shit. 1973 only because I'm going home. Okay. So that's still pretty damn good going home. So it seems like you figured out the time period to go home too, kind of in the middle of the break of a pay period. That's good. Like always, Patrick, I'm always available if you got questions. You know, sometimes you caught me a couple of times sleeping or whatever, and I've always called you back when I wake up. You know that. You can attest to that. Everybody thinks that I'm bringing you guys over here to fail and not talking to you or helping you out, which is total opposite. I try to help as much as I can. And you guys are making the exact money that I told you were going to. That's the other good thing. Jonah knows. He knows what's over here.
Uh-huh.
Why do you guys think Jonah wants to come back? Why is he waiting his time out? He wants to come back.
Yeah, I might come and share Monday too, and see.
You need to. You need to, man.
She might
Yeah,
get pulled the ends and get me on back in there, cause
she
it's
might.
already October. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. As long as I get over 1,200 before pay period ends and leave out of the house, a few days left. Yeah. So, Patrick, I don't know if I asked you or not. We've talked about it at the beginning, but if you're interested in coming to this Mopar account, let me know. I'll be more than happy to slide your info over. I think you'd be a great guy to be on this account. It's up to you, man. I don't force anybody to do anything. Now all of a sudden the rain just stopped, like the light switch was pulled. For you guys really paying attention to the car market, you know, I was in the car market for years, and when you're in the car market, you kind of see stuff in the future a little bit somehow. I don't know how that really works, but the car market always is a couple steps ahead. And doing this Mopar account, I've kind of noticed it, and I've been reading a lot of the articles are coming through. Mopar, which is Chrysler, basically Chrysler Motor Company, which actually Stellantis now is who owns them, just announced last week that they're bringing. Well, they've been working on it for a while, but they're bringing all the Hemis back. They're bringing the Hellcat Charger back, the Hellcat Challenger, which is not even the Challenger anymore. You got the Charger. You got the two-door version, you got the four-door version, where they're bringing the Hellcats back, and the Hemi motors are going back into the Dodge trucks. But at the same time, the engine that really intrigues me is that straight six-cylinder with twin turbos. It's called the I can't remember what Chrysler's calling it, but they're building the shit out of them and putting them in the Ram trucks. And every one of the guys, and it's got like some astronomical number, like 450 horsepower out of a straight six. And if you know anything about a straight six, what do you think our trucks are? Our trucks are straight sixes. You know what I mean? It's all about the torque and that motor. And, you know, one of the best motors in the world to this day is the old 4.0 that Chrysler made that was in all the Jeeps and stuff. One of the, you know, it had problems overheating. And we actually had one of those Jeeps. Had a little bit of a problem with the overheating and coolant system. But other than that, you can run that motor to the ground. But anyway, what I'm getting off track. Chrysler is stepping up, and that's why we have so much freight. That's why we're constantly moving, because they're seeing advances of next year where sales are going to be out the roof again. I don't know why or how that's going to happen, but we'll see how things go. But I know they're ramping up and they're planning on it. I'm debating it. I'll just have to remember to call him. I drove through that crap through Arkansas. Yeah, I drove through it too. Where are you at now? Are you here close to Memphis too, like me? But that's right. I gave you his information. Yeah, give him a call, man. I never have any time for anything running 70 plus a week. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard being a truck driver. I have figured I have to do at least 2,000 miles a week just to make profit. But then again, I also chose a brand new 26 kW over a used MRP. I would never suggest you get an MRP truck. I'm not a fan of those. Too many guys are getting them, and they're having problems. No cop trucking. My third week at Swift as an owner operator. Okay, how's things going for you? You're a new guy. I haven't seen you in here. Glad to have you in, brother. Joplin. Okay, so you're down in Joplin. Okay. Yeah, I drove through all that crap earlier, man. It was windy as shit earlier on 30 and 40 coming up to Memphis. I was down in Texas. Yeah, I was in Rockwell, Texas. That's where I did my break last night. Drove up here this morning.
We at the TA?
Who, me?
Yeah, you was at the TA in Rockwall?
No, actually, we stayed at the Loves there in Rockwall.
Oh,
The little bitty tiny
okay.
Loves.
Yeah. Yeah, I like coming through. I like driving up Rockwall. Like you riding on top of the water.
Yep. All right, so Chris says, Been raining and storming in St. Louis today. Yeah, I think we're going to get some nasty ass weather. I hate that Loves in Rockwell. Yeah, I didn't like it either, honestly. Believe it or not, I never really thought about this, but Hardee's has just went downhill. Their food is horrible. But I ate at that Carl's Jr. last night in Rockwell. There is difference between the Carl's Jr. and the Hardee's. Their hamburgers are different, man, and their chicken's different too. Hardee's is horrible, man. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of them either. I guess when I got hired on at Swift was doing a special for these KWs. I only put $500 down. Is it a blue company? The blue company one with no windows in the back? Rockwell comes with a lot of traffic. Yep, there was all kinds of traffic going in and out of there. A lot of crazy parking too. Rockwell is like an hour for me. Okay. No cop trucking. I build relationships with planners at every terminal. I should be at about 2,600 miles before pay period ends Wednesday. That's pretty good, man. And that's exactly what you got to do is you got to build your relationships with these people. My MRP truck is a tank. LOL, no issues yet, and it only has 311 on the miles. Well, you're one of the onlys that got a good one, and I hope things continue for you. I like the Carl's Jr. breakfast burger and the tenders. Okay. Yeah, I like I said, Carl's Jr. wasn't bad last night. It's 59 degrees here in Guadalupe, New Mexico. Wow. It was in the mid 80s here today. I think it's probably down to about 60 now. Yeah, I chose the blue company one, cheaper price per week over one of the owner operator spec trucks. Okay. What's your payments on the blue one? I'm curious on the 26. And it was brand spanking new when you got it? Yeah, I think you do need to call Michelle on Monday.
Yeah.
Just kind of get an idea if she's able to do anything for you. Since I have to wait 6 months to reapply for Swift, I'm going to save up to get the new truck. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a new one, bud. So payments are $680 a week, and yeah, brand new, only had 35 miles on it. That's cool. $680 a week. All right, that's not bad. I love the color of the Swift Blue. What I don't like about those trucks is they don't have windows in the sleeper. I don't care about the leather and all that bullshit, but I like the windows in the sleeper, and I like having at least one door in the back to put grocery stuff in. Ben Brockton, do you all stack up cash to buy your own truck or just keep going with the lease truck? Everybody has their own plan. I have a truck that I bought. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of that any longer. I bought a lemon. I mean, if you get a good truck, it's probably a great idea. You get a lemon like me, it's not a great idea. I think, in my opinion, I think just leasing the trucks and just turning them in and getting new ones each time is, to me, is a better option. Unless you just happen to get the lease truck that you get happens to be a good truck, then possibly buying it out. But there's really no good answer either way, honestly. There's always going to be agreements and disagreements on that topic. So no cop trucking. I have an MRP truck, 2022 Freightliner. Just had to replace a hole in the coolant was leaking, was on the side of the road. They paid for it. I got in touch with Rapid Response. They were great. Yeah, we got a great breakdown, people. They're awesome. No problems with anybody like that that's inside. Is this baby going to die on me here? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I know my little speaker's talking to me. Well, it's shower time. I'll catch you later. 1-3 Bravo. Patrick, have a good night, buddy. We'll talk soon, my man. Good night, 1-3 Bravo. Thanks for coming in. As always, thanks for coming in. I had some pretty good food from Moe's at the Loves in West Virginia. You know what? I ate at that about a month ago, and I never cared for Moe's. My wife and daughter were in that little fad where they liked Moe's better than Chipotle, and I never really cared for Moe's, but I stopped and ate at that one just because tacos sounded actually pretty damn good, and I thought I'd give it another shot. Man, first class. It was really, really good. It was fresh. I don't think the food was that old at all. It was really, really good. I agree with you. Good stuff. One of those owner op spec trucks payments are about $725 a week. I figured I'd save the money over those leather seats and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not. I'll take a truck with leather, but I'd rather have those tweed seats like you have in your blue one. I had a 23 just like yours, the blue, and I absolutely love that truck. That thing rode like a Cadillac. I mean, I've never rode in a better truck than that one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the leather seats
No,
get hot, boy.
no one knows what ACT Road Angel is. Free laundry, free showers, free snacks, free parking. I'll have to get the coordinates from you, Tom. One before I really get out of here. No, it's not. No cap trucking, LOL. Driving me nuts. It's no cap trucking. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to strike a nerve there with you, Patrick. It's no cap trucking. I thought it was no cop trucking. What type of make and model you have in year? You talking about the truck that I own? It's a 19 International LT. I'm actually in a rental right now. It's a 22 Freight Shaker. It's been a good truck. The Freight Shaker has. I put about 15,000 miles on it since I've had it. I just looked at it the other day. I've had it since like mid-August. 13 Bravo, you were saying no cop. LL, I'm all good. Night. Hey, no problem, buddy. Yeah, I know. Sometimes when I get tired and sleepy, these computer screens are kind of hard to see sometimes, and I don't see it all the time. Thought maybe I could turn the brightness up a little bit, but where's my brightness button at? There it is. Let's see if I can do it. It's all the way at the brightest. Okay. Interesting. Trucker Dan, ACT Road Angels, exit 68 on I-70. It's US 40. Okay. Free laundry, free showers, and free snacks, free parking. Wow, that's you can't go wrong with that. What city is that in again? It's on Trucker Paths. Look it up on Trucker Path. I definitely love these Kenworths for how it drives. Definitely competitive with a Volvo on how smooth it drives down the road. So I will tell you, my favorite truck will always be the Volvo. I had a 22 and a 23 the first two times I was here. There is no truck out there that'll ever compare to the Volvo. I will always be Volvo number one. The difference between the Volvo and the Kenworth. Now, Kenworth rode like a Cadillac. It was really, really soft. But the Volvo, to me, drove like a expensive Mercedes or expensive, European car. I mean, it was very tight suspension. What I really liked about the Volvo was the transmission. When you shifted gears with the transmission, you couldn't even feel that thing shifting. The steering was very precise. The four-wheel disc brakes. Now, I think all Swift trucks have four-wheel disc brakes now, but back then, Volvo was the only one that had I say four-wheel disc brakes, but all wheels were disc brakes. What a difference that made. Very good truck. I'll always be the number one Volvo fan. Juan says, I stay away from the truck stop. Too much drama. Yeah, there is a lot of drama at the truck stops. No cap. I'm OTR in the winter. I'm looking to head to Ocala. Wouldn't mind getting on a Walmart account to dodge the winter weather. I can't let winter weather mess up the money. So just to give you a heads up, Ocala doesn't have any accounts down there other than the Target dedicated. You got to be a team truck or a trainer to get on that account. It doesn't make sense to run that account as a solo. But what you can't, I got one guy right now that's running Walmart out of Opelika, Alabama, which is right off of 85. He's doing pretty good. They will take owner operators there. Just to give you a heads up. Also, no cap, you might want to look up the Coles account there in Macon, Georgia. It's only a temporary position there because of Christmas, but you can probably do that's the account I just came off of. You could probably do pretty good now that the season's picking up. I love Volvo. I had a 2019 when I worked for Knight. Yeah, same truck. Good. They're just good trucks. Solid. Just east of Vandalia, Illinois. Okay. I'll look that up. The Volvo is much bigger inside the Kenworth. The Volvo is much bigger. Yeah. The Kenworth is laid out perfectly in the sleeper, in my opinion, the way everything is. But the Volvo, just hands down, is much better truck. Volvo has the best automated transmission, bar none. I agree, buddy. The Volvo transmission is by far the better transmission. Okay, I stay in Troy, Alabama. Yeah, look them up. Opelika, Alabama. It's right there, real close to the Georgia-Alabama line on I-35. Another thing I do is stay away from the truck stops with bad parking layouts. Not only can be a fight to get in a tight spot, not a long day. Yep, you don't have to worry about getting backed into. I got a pretty good feeling of the truck stops that are good and bad too. I try to stay at the same ones. Yeah, it's off of I-85. Most of you guys that come on here pretty frequently know how my lives are and how my videos are and what we're doing right now, giving out information on different things. That's exactly the way I set my channel up a long time ago. The only thing I don't like about my Volvo is the MPG 6.78. Wow, there's some issues with that. I mean, you should be getting well into the 9s and 10s if you're. Wow, that's crazy. I remember the Slant 6, the old Dusters and Valiants and all those cars. Yeah, Slant 6. I haven't been inside one of those new Volvos, but the Kenworth is pretty big inside. These Kenworths are actually bigger inside than the Peterbilt counterpart. I had a Peterbilt too. I didn't really notice that much of a difference. The Peterbilt is laid out funky, in my opinion. You know, you got that half top bed where it folds in. Yeah, a lot of people use that for storage, but I always thought that was kind of stupid, in my opinion. But last question: how are you running in the winter? Well, I'm on this Mopar account now. I run wherever they send me, so I don't really. I mean, before, I don't know, man. That's a good question. I run what they give me. I don't really. I try to keep an eye on the weather, and if I see the weather's going to be, shitty somewhere, I'll try to stay away from there. But for the most part, I'll go anywhere in the winter. It don't matter to me. If it's a little bit of snow and it's not, bad, I'll drive. When Dallas got this real bad storm here a couple years ago where the snow was really bad and it basically shut the city down. Well, I had a load going right that way, and I went right through all that shit, and I had no problems, none. I mean, I didn't think the roads, they were slick. Don't get me wrong. It was snowing and nasty, but I mean, it wasn't nothing any different than, Kansas or Colorado had. I still drove through it with no problems, but there was literally no cars or trucks on the road. I mean, it shut that city down. Those people just didn't know how to handle it. And it was fresh. It was still coming down pretty good when I was driving through it. But, you just got to drive with some common sense, 15 miles an hour, whatever, 10, whatever you can get away with. Obviously your loads are going to be a little bit slower getting there, but weather's weather. There's not a lot you can do about it. Yeah, they don't shut down Dallas when it's snow. Yeah. I'm sorry, they do shut down Dallas. Yeah, the whole city was shut down. I even tried to, a lot of the truck stops were even closed, but I just wanted to get something to eat that night when I shut down, because I ended up shutting down just on the east side of Dallas. I don't remember exactly where, but nothing was open. I had problems finding food. I don't go to places that have chain laws. I'm kind of the same way too, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to go to some Colorado this year because of this account. But that's going to be the only state that I'll go to where the chain laws are in effect. And I got to tell you, our planners are so good. If it's that bad, they're not going to send us there anyways. Texans in the Panhandle can handle snow. It's the rest of Texas that can't. Yeah, I believe that. Just try to run safely in the winter. Being OTR, the winter weather shouldn't affect your money too much. Just shut down if you feel like it's unsafe. That is correct. Not trying to get off the deep end here a little bit and get down the rabbit hole is what I like to call it. But has anybody noticed how weird the weather's been this year? I mean, this is the first time in, I don't know the exact year, but like over 100 years when Florida hasn't had any major hurricanes or storms throughout the hurricane season. First time. And the few that were coming in, they skirted the coast, and it was almost like they were pushed off the coast. So I'm curious to see what the winter weather is going to hold up for us. There's been a lot of talk about weather modification, and I don't know how any of you guys, if y'all really studied that or anything, but I think weather modification had a lot to do with it this year. I really honestly do. You know what I'm talking about, Jonah, with weather modification?
Yeah, I mean, I think they'd be doing something to it though. Cause I mean, like you say, they ain't been the same in the last few years. You don't know if it be hot one week, cold the next week, raining the next week.
Yeah, and it's pretty bad when the meteorologists can't even get the weather right either. And that whole thing with North Carolina, South Carolina, with the floods, the storms this year, never made any sense to me. No Cap says, I just came from Lancaster, has the most truck stops, and Louisiana has the best food, but definitely looking into that Walmart in Opelika. Yep. Louisiana, the Tiger Truck Stop is my favorite place. I love that place.
Oh, yeah. Food is I stop there every time I go through there. I stop in there.
I do too, man. I think every trucker goes through their stops there, man. Those man, they got some good food there. No chemtrails anywhere in Florida. The clouds are looking like clouds again, at least in Florida. Yeah. And cloud seeding. See, Trucker Dan's on point. He knows what we're talking about. Yeah. He knows what we're talking about. I didn't want to go too far with it because I didn't know where anybody wanted to go. Last time I checked the Colorado website, it said you were only needed to carry change if you were going to go over the Rockies, but the signs on the road say you do. Yeah, they changed that about 3 years ago. If you're going to go into Colorado, you need to have the change. I think it's one for every drive tire. Not every drive tire, but at least 4 of your drive tires. And I think, don't quote me on this, maybe 2 or 4 for the trailer. I don't know that for sure, but I do know the whole state of Colorado requires them now. When I was running from basically Kansas City, Kansas to Wichita, you didn't need to carry change through up and through Denver. After Denver, you did, but they changed that a couple years ago. Oh, I agree. It's weird. I live out here on the West Coast, and all the West Coast states have been getting weird weather, tornadoes and states. Yeah, well, you notice that Tornado Alley has shifted from like Kansas, Oklahoma to Kentucky, Tennessee now. That's where all the storms were this year. Last year, I ran to Colorado a lot, but not over the Rockies, and the scales never checked me for change. Yeah, they usually don't unless the weather's bad. In Louisiana, Tiger Truck Stop, what interstate and exit? That's Interstate 10, and it's going to be on the west side. I say 10. It's actually 15, isn't it? No, it's actually 10, but it's on 10, but it's on the west side where 10 and 15 meet. I don't know the exact number.
Exit 130, exit 138.
There you go.
That's what that Tiger Truck Stop is. Exit 138 is sit on the south side of the interstate. The south side of 10. Once you get out, you'll see the big Tiger sign and all that. Exit 138, right before you get to Baton Rouge. It's on the west side of Baton Rouge.
So Colorado requires from September to, I think it's April now, September to April, you have to have 8 chains total. Yeah, four for the drives and 4 for the trailer. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Tiger Truck Stop, it just looks very ghetto. You know, it is, but you know, the thing is, there's like maybe 5 or 6 truck stops left in the country that are kind of like that. There's one in Idaho that every time I go to Idaho, I always stop at that one, and I think it's right outside of Boise. Dan probably knows what that truck stop is, but man, you talk about a scene from Smokey and the Bandit, dude. That is like one of the original truck stops. You got that one. You got the Tiger Truck Stop. There's one in Pennsylvania too on I-80. I don't remember. It's right as you cross into Pennsylvania from Ohio. And there's a few more, but there's very few of those truck stops left. Oregon and Washington are now starting to check that you have changed now as well. I won't be going out there. There you go, exit 139. Is that okay? That's the exit for the Tiger, right?
Yeah, It's 138 or 139. I think it's 138. Yeah, 139.
Yep,
It was 130 something.
Are both of you owner operators? Yes.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Boise State Shop. That's it. It's a great stop, but definitely looks run down. I live out of Idaho. That stop is the best truck stop in the country. Their food is absolutely great. You're right. It is run down. It's just an old stop. That thing's been there since the 50s, from what I understand, or 60s maybe. The other truck stop that I was thinking of was the one in Missouri, Cuba, Missouri. It was Dottie's restaurant inside. Food was great. They had a lot of stuff, but it just recently turned into a TA. That was another good one too. But yeah, the Stage Stop, man, that place is the fucking bomb, in my opinion. That is the best food I ever had came out of it. I got a pork tenderloin sandwich out of that place. That thing was, I mean, the bun was just an average bun, but the pork itself was as big as the fucking plate, dude. And it was great. It was good. I couldn't eat it all, dude. Seriously. Could not eat it all. And that's when I was still heavy. I mean, I was 300 pounds when I ate that. I still couldn't eat it. Now I could probably only eat about a quarter of it. Tiger Truck Stop used to be a good place, but it's gone downhill. So, yeah, I can imagine. All these places they're being put out of business by the Big Five. That's unfortunate. Grinding Gears is live now. He's taking my people away. Actually, I still got 22 people looking. The Garden of Eden out here in eastern Idaho definitely gives the Stage Stop a run for their money. Garden of Eden, I've never heard of that one. Okay. Trey's got some ideas. I saw that, James. That truck stop in Cuba, Missouri was one of my favorites. Mine too, buddy. I remember going there a couple of times, and the showers were open as if they were free. That was before or now? Because it's now a TA. I don't think they would be free. Brownsville, Illinois. What's Brownsville, Illinois?
Oh, they must be talking about that truck stop they was talking about earlier at the 68 or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Man. No Cap says, have you all tried the spot in Texas over by Port Arthur with the fried wings? Can't think of the exit. Huh. No, I have not. If I ever get around that way, I'll have to look into that. Trey says, before I know for sure they're not free now. Yeah, I bet you $1,000 they're not free with the TA. They're in there to make money. Can you coming? Sorry, Justin, I don't know what you're trying to say there, buddy. They are an Ambest truck stop near Twin Falls, Idaho. If you ever come out this way, you should try them out. Okay. So Grinding Gears is live. Let's see what he's got going on. Oh, man. Shit, I screwed something up here. Hang on, guys. So Juan says the only free shower on the Ohio Turnpike, the rest of the area not bad. Yeah, I've used them many a times. They're pretty decent. They are pretty decent. Let's see what Grinding Gears has. Evan says Johnson's Corner out of Colorado used to be a great stop. Love shopping in there, getting their cinnamon rolls, but petrol always ruined them. They take them over. Yeah, the big ones always ruin them. Yeah, there's a Grinding Gears. He's alive. You ever watch him, Jonah?
No, I don't think I watched Grinding Gears. No, I don't think I've seen none of his shows.
He's pretty good. He's a pretty good guy. He was originally Lone Texas Lone Ranger or Texas Lone something. I don't remember. He had one of those Texas Lone Star. That's what it was. He had one of them Lone Star International Lone Stars, and he was named that. And he started his channel and then converted over to Grinding Gears. I don't know, about a year ago or so. Yeah. He's been on the show before. When me and D did the show, he came on. D got him on.
Oh, okay.
Ethan says, gotta give me a call after the ball. I've got to watch the weather. I got a tornado warning in 20. You want me to give you a call? Is that what you're saying, Ethan? I'll call you if you need to after the show. I'm not going to be on here much longer. Speaking of which, guys got any questions, go ahead and pop them up. Yeah, afterwards. I'll give you a call, brother. Give me a little bit. Give me about 20 minutes to get everything set down, and I'll call you once I get off. Anybody got any last-minute stuff? Let's post it up. Let's cut this down. We're at 2.5 hours. I don't need to really go anywhere or anything. I'm just tired. Watch a little TV and fall asleep. It's time. Big Jonah.
Yeah, I got to make a couple calls.
Yeah,
and I got to
your
get
eyes are
about 5. Yeah, I got to get about 5, probably right at 5 again.
Little teddy bear eyes are getting tired, buddy. I can see them. I don't remember who told me that, but somebody said you look like a little teddy bear. I don't remember who said that. The worst truck stop I have to say is in Arizona. Hopping Travel Center is full of Indian. You know what? I've been in there. Yeah. Chris says that's a good show. Yeah, I've been in there before. It's not for me, but you know, I get it. I understand where you're at. There's a lot of good truck stops out there in New Mexico and Arizona. A lot of those mom and pops. I forgot about those. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate you coming out, buddy. All right, guys. I guess we got 2 more here. Appreciate all the old new rabbit followers. Like, share, subscribers. Drivers stay safe. Drive faster than your guardian angel can fly, as always. Red Raider. Yeah, you're late, buddy. I forgot about the live. It's all good, man. Catch the replay. We're getting ready to jump off. A lot of good stuff tonight. Nothing really pressing, but good show overall. A lot of good comments. All right, y'all. Have a great night. I got to get up early to make sure I miss the Dallas traffic in the morning. We shouldn't have a whole lot of traffic on a Sunday, I wouldn't imagine. But, yeah, get you some rest. Thanks for coming in. Great show. I'm definitely going to try to watch all the time. Well, I appreciate it, Juan. Yep. Try to watch, man. Usually I go live on Thursdays at 7. I try to do at least 1 or 2 videos a week if possible. That's what I try to do, just to kind of give you an update. But live got pushed to Saturday this week just because of the way the loads were. All right, Red Raider, I appreciate it. Thumb and like my video. All you guys, especially you, Red Raider. Good night, Craig. I'll give you a ring tomorrow, Craig. She says good night, Craig. Trey, good night to you, buddy. Not a lot of traffic in DFW on Sundays, yeah. Trucker Dan, I'm holding my couch. Keeps trying to run away. I hear you, man. Hey, man, glad you can come in, man. I'm glad you guys are coming out and watching, man. That's what this show's about. Just a lot of 50-mile-per-hour folks in the left lane. The churchgoers, buddy. Y'all stay safe. Good night. Hey, thanks, Juan. Appreciate it, buddy. And the wife laughing at Trucker Dan. All right, Jonah, thanks for coming out, man. As always, man. I'm going to have to make you a
no
regular,
problem.
buddy. You're going to be like the damn
no
furniture. You're going to be like the furniture at the Holiday Inn. You're always going to be there, man. All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. Any questions, as always, call me. The phone number will always be in the description. People that I do business with are in the description as well. If you have any questions about Swift, any of the businesses, any of the people, the health insurance, anything, don't hesitate to call me. If I don't answer, leave a message, text me, whatever. I will call you back. I try to get back to everybody that calls. Like and subscribe, as always, and tell Jonah good night.
All
right,
have a good night.
All right, you too, buddy. Have a good night. Night, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.